podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Guess what, bitch? Coronavirus! Coronavirus! I'm telling you, shit is real! Shit is getting real! Woo! Bitch, I'm scared.
Suavemente. Sky's the limit, baby.
Boxingvoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me, so talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
Boxingvoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the Boxing Voice.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another morning edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. It is Friday morning. You're rocking out with the best, April 3rd, and we got a jam-packed show for you. Joseph Adorno, Blessed Hands, is going to be on the show, top-ranked prospect. And we're also going to have Adrian Granados. We rescheduled him as well. And we got big guests, you know. Virgil Ortiz out of the Robert Garcia camp out of Texas. So we're going to have Virgil Ortiz. We'll have Adrian Granados. And we'll have Joseph Adorno, a.k.a. Blessed Hands. Let's see which one of those don't make it. You know, every now and then, you know, you got a guy that drops off, man. But we're going to be talking today, Teddy Atlas, taking out to his social media platforms and saying that he feels that Ryan Garcia can possibly get to Canelo's level or surpass him. He believes that Ryan could be the next Canelo Alvarez, and that is some big shoes to follow. So we'll discuss how much potential does Ryan have to be the next face of boxing. The number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget to add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. If you are on that daily show level on Patreon, you can go ahead and rock out with us. Let me head on out to my co-hosts.
What's up, man? Yeah, I just want to say I saw fight too.
Stay focused, stay working my dad.
I
Boxing Voice.
Because if he comes to fight, then I'm going to have to look for him.
I saw the fight too.
I think you accurate.
Yo, is he on mute?
You're on mute, champ. Yeah, you're on mute.
Yes. Good morning. I was on mute. It was March 5th, 1994 when he won his first professional title. But did he become famous? It's Oscar De La Hoya. I just looked that up, so I wanted that to be my intro since Teddy Atlas is saying that Ryan Garcia is the next Canelo superstar. So somebody has a blueprint because it went from Canelo, the Mexican superstar, Oscar De La Hoya, the Mexican superstar, to Canelo Alvarez. And now, you know, we're grooming up Ryan Garcia. We being the golden boy. So what up, Mario?
It's me, Mario.
What is up? Feeling good this morning. Getting a workout in early after the show. So, yeah, you know, just trying to stay active, trying to stay busy, I guess. Didn't get a chance to watch that Carlos Monzon documentary, or not documentary, the miniseries on Netflix last night. I wanted to start it, but there was this other documentary about drug labs and stuff like that. It was dope. But yeah, man, chopping up, this is a good topic. I like this topic because I think it's a lot more complicated than people think. There is a blueprint, like Enrique said, and it's clearly being used over and over in every single type of situation. I mean, anytime the promoters since like 1996, 97 have had a Mexican fighter, they've tried to call them the next De La Hoya, right? And I gotta say more like 99, 2000. And a lot have failed, and very, very few have even come close to succeeding. Canelo being the most successful at this point. But there are levels to this thing. To call somebody the next De La Hoya, like, what does that mean? De La Hoya, early on in his career, De La Hoya late in his career. It's just like it's a big thing. They're big shoes to fill. So
I think Canelo surpassed De La Hoya. De La Hoya, he made his record is 2.4 with Floyd. Canelo did that himself with Floyd, but Canelo did a better gate. His tickets were more expensive. Now, that could be with the time, 10, 20 years
Inflation.
ago. Yeah, 10, 20 years ago, tickets probably weren't the same. But nonetheless, they're not going to say that in the history books. They're not going to say, inflation. No, Canelo surpassed Oscar. And it is my opinion that Canelo and Ryan Garcia have a better relationship than Canelo and Oscar. Yes, Oscar's visited the gym and he's even gotten in the ring with Canelo, but we've never seen this sort of bond. Canelo is like a mentor to Ryan, taking him under the fold and teaching him all that he needs to know at a very young age. Similar to what Oscar did for Canelo, but again, not this. I think that the connection that Ryan and Canelo have trumps Oscar's Canelo connection tenfold. Stopping by the gym to train once in a blue is not the same. It's not going to build the same bond that Ryan has built, running miles with Canelo, being with his trainer, being with Chepo, being with Canelo, sparring with Canelo, training alongside Canelo. So he has a lot of advantages. I mean, again, we talk about one day managing a fighter. If we had a fighter, we would love for him to be in the Canelo camp. We would love for him to get some advice and tutelage from Canelo, whether that be in or out the ring. And then we would love for him to consistently be reposted by Canelo. Canelo puts him on his social media. He advocates for him in certain interviews. When you got someone that big giving you their blessing, it's going to help the popularity. And again, Ryan has a head start. Oscar came into this as the golden boy because he won his gold medal. Because of his hard work, he brought Canelo, a less accomplished amateur, into this. And because of Oscar, he became Canelo Alvarez. So similar to that, Canelo is bringing Ryan in. But every guy that got brought in brought something on their own. Canelo had Televisa. He had TVS Tech fighting over him already. He had people wanting him. And Ryan has a huge following. He trumps everyone in his division. I mean, 6, 7, 10 times the amount of followers, depending who you're comparing him to. So he's on the right path.
Right, and so was Canelo. And since you mentioned Canelo surpassed Golden Boy Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya surpassed Chavez Jr. Everybody's going to surpass. It is the times, like you said. And I'm talking about Chavez Sr., rather. Julio Chavez Jr. at the time, right? I think. But anyway, the one that he defeated to, I think, where he gained his glory becoming a famous Mexican fighter, right? Am I wrong, or was it with Pacquiao where he?
Yeah, no, I mean, if you're talking about Oscar definitely fought Julio Cesar Chavez, the father.
Well, but where did the fame come from? Like, where did he come?
I mean, his fame came from his good looks.
No. I know that. We all know that. Victor Ortiz had fame. I'm talking about the past that regular good look fame, superstar status.
Gold medal.
That's what we're talking about.
Gold medal.
The gold medal did not make him a superstar.
First kid,
I think.
Man, you're crazy. Listen, again, remember we just said that the times were different.
Yo, many people don't know Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur's not a gold medalist. Stop disrespecting people.
So who's a gold medalist right now? Because I remember Shakur more than a gold medalist.
You remember Shakur because you on a boxing podcast. Clarissa Shields, a 2-time gold medalist. She was on cereal boxes. She was on McDonald's commercials. What are you talking about? When you're an Olympian, you get a different type of exposure.
Nah. I'm talking about superstar. Yeah, she's famous.
Oh, all right.
Superstar. Oscar became a superstar. There had to be a mark where he became a superstar.
You mean a fight?
Yeah.
They got him over the hump?
And got him over the hump. Who was that? Was that Julio Cesar Chavez?
Listen, I can tell
some guys don't need a fight, man. Some guys just fight and win.
He was an Olympian. Since he was Olympian and a gold medalist, like that was it to me. Like
the point,
maybe I was too close to boxing, but that was it.
The point I'm trying to make is that as we spoke about damage control, there is a formula, right? So of course everybody's gonna surpass. Oscar was famous. Oscar used his formula to make Canelo surpass all the other people that were challenging him.
Everybody ain't gonna surpass, man. That's a blanket statement. Everybody's not gonna surpass because I don't see Gervonta surpassing Floyd.
Yeah, because Floyd became Gervonta's not following the right blueprint.
Yeah, because there's a hole in your theory.
Like money, but Ryan seems to be following some blueprint. He's name dropping, but we don't see these fights him winning. Like he is the weakest link, but he is surpassing fame. He is garnering attention.
Bro, he's doing the right thing, man. We just talked about him on a flagship show. And now we're talking about him again because an analyst is coming out and suggesting that he could be bigger or the next Canelo. I think Ryan is doing everything that he needs to do, or else we wouldn't be having back-to-back shows on him.
Right.
Listen, we're having these conversations. We're having these conversations about him because he's like this master troll at the end of the day. Like that's really what this is. Now, can he become bigger than Canelo?
This is not.
I don't know. I don't think that. Wait, what?
How could you call him a master troll when this is not him? This is Teddy Atlas, a former trainer.
I'm not talking about what. I'm not talking about this.
He's saying the trolling.
I'm saying the trolling is what's getting. Yeah, exactly. That's what's getting him the attention at the end of the day. There was no Instagram back then. There was no Twitter back then. You know, of course, everybody's gonna be.
That's why I brought up the fight. Like, there's way to reach people. The Olympics doesn't reach global. I mean, yes, it'll reach everybody who follows the Olympics.
Silly, man.
It was much bigger.
I don't watch fucking Olympics at all.
That's you. That's you. You only one
how many
person.
Exists? Just one. There's only one me.
How many Enriquez out there?
Telling me Clarissa Shields a world superstar.
Bruh, women's boxing can't be compared to men's boxing, but Clarissa Shields, don't you see? Bruh, you gotta listen sometimes. You came on hot, and I like it. But if you can't hear us, how could you learn? You just saying shit without knowing. Isn't Clarissa the biggest woman's figure in boxing? She's bigger than Katie Taylor. She's bigger than everybody. Why do you think that is? Why? Because Showtime put her on fucking TV in their dying channel? No. She been a star, bruh. The world knew her.
Using the word star loosely, I think, man.
So if I'm hold on. If I'm using it loosely, name a female boxer bigger than her.
No, I can't name a female.
So then I'm not using it loosely. She's the cash cow. She's the biggest woman in boxing. I'm not using it loosely then.
In boxing. But if she was to fight Layla Ali, why would Layla Ali want all these mills out of nowhere?
Bruh, come on. Think about what you're saying before you release it out your mouth. Why would Layla want all these mills out of nowhere? Because she want money.
Clarissa, and nobody even seen a Layla Ali.
He's trying to say that she's the Layla Ali.
Yo, listen to what you're saying. You really the casual. No one even seen a Layla Ali fight. Bruh, go back to sleep, man. Get some coffee or something.
I'm saying Layla Ali and Clarissa Shields, yes, they're in boxing, the star of boxing, the face of boxing. But on the streets, they're not superstars. Ryan Garcia, nobody knows who he is. He's posted on New York walls as a model for GQ magazine.
See, here's where the disconnect is.
Yo, listen to him, Mario.
Listen, hold on.
But Mario, at least listen. Ryan, he said Ryan isn't a star, but he's posted all over New York City on billboards. I mean, is he listening to what's coming out his mouth?
Let me correct myself. Is he an Olympian? Is Ryan Garcia an Olympian? Thank you. That's all I have to say.
What you mean? Thank you. Google it. Google it, man. You looking like a fool. Google it.
Hey, listen. Stop. Y'all are both.
Nobody can
right,
hear you. You clipping.
Listen. What Ness doesn't understand, or I'll go with Enrique. What Enrique doesn't understand right at this second is that yes, Olympic boxing is not what it used to be. It's taken a huge fall, but it used to be very, very fun to watch, and it used to get a lot of attention. Oscar De La Hoya was an Olympian. Meldrick Taylor was an Olympian. Who else? Miguel Cotto was an Olympian. Antonio Tarver, Vernon Forrest. Damn, I can't even think of anybody else right now. Mike Tyson was an Olympian. I mean, these people. Wait, yeah, he was. All these people had big amateur careers that hit the buzz. Now it's not that way. Now it's not that way.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that because you won gold in the Olympics doesn't make you a star.
That's
boxing.
what I'm trying.
It brings you
but listen. That's what I'm trying to. But listen, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Listen, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You're not listening. What I'm trying to tell you is it used to make you a star. That used to be the star power. Now you're absolutely right. It doesn't mean as much as it does. But you know why it doesn't mean as much as it does? Because men's boxing has not won any medals. They've won like what, 2 in the last 20 years or something like that. The men's boxing has. I'm not saying that fighters have failed us. Okay. U.S. boxing, the organization, has failed us. And so that's why it's no longer the cash cow equivalent that it used to be.
You can make power moves.
Ryan Garcia was supposed to go to the Olympics and opted not to. Ryan Garcia could be Googled and find dozens of articles that say Olympic hopeful. All things, and then his reason as to why not. Why is his reason? Because he's a Mexican American, which makes him a minority. Let's not forget it. Just because he's popular, let's not act like he didn't come from the same struggle. And because he's a minority, he chose not to go to the Olympics to support his mom because, and I quote, "my family needed my help." So, bro, use Google. It's your fucking friend.
Listen,
bro, I'm trying to get you to answer it so I could prove a point. So you can go and try to shoulder roll me by saying
you still haven't showed me your point.
You said superstar. You said Clarissa Shields superstar. Yeah, you can make power moves when you win a gold medal or a bronze medal or a silver medal in the Olympics. People then chase you. Yeah, but doesn't make you an immediate attraction. It's just a highlight on your resume.
Dog,
it's just asterisks on the Olympic gold medalist.
Champion. If I'm wrong, why is Shakur's first fight televised as an Olympian? And don't interrupt me. Shakur, okay? Earl Spence, okay?
Which I saw. Shakur. Which I saw.
You know what? You won. No one's a superstar. Only Canelo.
No, that's not my argument. See, you switched it to who's a superstar. My argument was that there is a surpass. You said, no, how does he surpass? He's an Olympian. Okay.
Bro, you messing up the whole conversation. I never asked you, how does he surpass? I never said that.
I asked you, how did Oscar De La Hoya become a superstar? You said he's in a gold Olympian. How else? That's what you said.
No, I started. I said his good looks. You cut me off. No, we know all that. We know. I said, all right, well then his gold medal. You cut me off.
Superstar.
You cut me off. My man, it's never gonna be one thing, bruh. If it was like that, everybody would be a star. That's the point you don't want to fucking get. Not everyone is built for the light.
It's never one thing, but there is a crossover. There is a crossover.
No, there's a foundation. And the foundation is the Olympics. The foundation is the Olympics.
Y'all both got that one.
The foundation is the Olympics. Bottom line. You see Olympians get the deals. Listen, Olympians get signed to the big promoter. Olympians get televised fucking debuts. Olympian gets pro Olympic titles at 10, 12, 15 fights. Come on, bro.
I said in 2 words, he gets power moves. It's the same thing that the phrase is, it takes 10 years to become a celebrity. Of course it ain't the one thing. Of course it ain't all the things that happen in 10 years or the one thing. But I wanted to know what's that one thing that woke him up like, this is it. Like Andy Ruiz beating AJ. That is what I'm trying to get across.
Look, man, I honestly think that both of y'all are making very different points, but they're valid in two different worlds. Like in the world where, you know, these guys used to win gold medals and come in and be paraded and launched into the career, you know, that was one thing. And then now it's not that way. You don't need the Olympics to be a superstar. You don't need a gold medal. You don't need any medal, quite frankly. I mean, Shakur Stevenson, you want to talk about, you know, what got him to that platform so fast. Part of it was being an Olympian, but part of it was all of the controversy that surrounded his Olympic his Olympic path. Like, you know, he got screwed, you know, and so people rallied behind him. So that was a big thing. But like, look, with Ryan Garcia, I don't know, bro. I really don't know. I want to believe him. I want to believe in him because I think that he could be really good for boxing. But man, at the end of the day, I just feel like right now it's just way too early. Way too early.
Bro, y'all haters.
A superstar or like a potential superstar to surpass Canelo. Like we didn't even call Canelo a potential superstar to surpass De La Hoya.
Let's gauge it. Y'all just talking. Like, where's the facts? How many pay-per-view options did Oscar have? How many pay-per-view options did Canelo have? How many mother-freaking pay-per-view options does Ryan have, bro? And think about that. Start at Canelo 147 when he was still in high demand. People were still calling him out. He wasn't a pay-per-view star yet. No fight out there possible was pay-per-view. None. Then when he graduated and he moved up and he wanted to fight Trout, that wasn't. Even Trout beating Cotto didn't make that fight pay-per-view or was it pay-per-view. Am I wrong? Did he do pay-per-view with Trout? I don't remember that.
No, it was Showtime.
Google it, because I don't want to, it
was Showtime Boxing.
I'm going to Google regardless, but he didn't do pay-per-view with that. His first pay-per-view was Mayweather. Okay, boom, he comes out of that. He did was Laura pay-per-view? I think Laura was pay-per-view.
He didn't fight Laura?
Of course he fought Laura.
Oh, you said Canelo. I thought you said Cotto. Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry. You did say Cotto, right? He did say Cotto.
No. I said Canelo fight.
I'm sorry. Canelo Trout was Showtime. Damn, was it Showtime pay-per-view? Damn.
I got Canelo Trout pulled out.
It was free. All
right, and that's what I'm saying. You look at Ryan, you look at the landscape. I'm not saying every fight is pay-per-view demand because people like to be too literal just to get a win over Ness. What I'm saying, there ain't a fight in 135 that we won't pay for. I'm not saying Teofimo Ryan is a pay-per-view, but if they said Teofimo Ryan, we paying for it. If they said Devin Ryan, we paying for it. If they said Gervonta Davis Ryan, we paying for it.
We are paying for it.
Yeah,
But the point is, are casuals paying for it? I don't think they are at all right now. I really don't.
Listen,
because you're absolutely right. There needs to be a
Gervonta and Ryan, that combination, I don't know, Mario. I know I hogged it a lot. I'll give it back to you. I'm just saying the combination of those two kids is a lot of star power there. A lot.
I'm going to say this. Look, this is the ultimate point. And I'm probably benefiting from sitting back and listening to both of you because I'm just going to use both of y'all's point to make my point. A, you need a foundation. And B, you need that point where it crosses over, where it snaps. Pacquiao fights De La Hoya. Mayweather fights De La Hoya. You need that moment where you become the narrative, where it's no longer will he be a star. It's like, damn, did you see that guy? He's a star. You need both those moments. I mean, you need both those things. And right now, Ryan Garcia has got a massive foundation compared to people similar in his situation at this time. His age, demographic, where he's at in his career as a professional, where he's at in terms of peaking and skill set, all of that, he has got a way bigger foundation. But he does not have that snap. That snap needs to come.
Here's
and
another
that snap
one.
Comes, I'm sorry. You got an A side's got to have a B side. A Batman's got to have a Joker. Harry Potter's got to have a Voldemort. What else? Superman's got to have a Lex Luthor. You got to have these bad guys, good guys situation. I'm not calling anybody a good guy or bad guy. I'm just saying A, B. That's what we want to see. This isn't the Ryan show yet. It was the Canelo. It is the Canelo show though. Hell yeah, it is. You better believe that. And there was a De La Hoya show. You better believe that. It is certainly a Mayweather show. We all know that.
Ryan is about to fight Linares, bro, and you're saying there's no Ryan show. Ryan just fucking twisted the arm of Dazn and got a better deal, and you're saying there's no Ryan show.
Linares? Did you just say Linares?
Hold on. Would Linares? Hold on.
What does that happen?
Hold on. Would Linares be the biggest name on every other 135-pounder career not named Teofimo Lopez?
Maybe. I'm not. I'll say it's the biggest name on Ryan Garcia's resume. I'll give you that.
No, I'm gonna go. Since you don't want to answer correctly, I'll go fighter by fighter. If Tank fought Linares, won't that be the biggest name on his resume?
Absolutely not concerning Leo Santa Cruz.
He didn't fight Leo.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Not concerning him because we can't count him yet.
And the only reason I don't even think when it's all said and done, like obviously I'm gonna say this today, I'm gonna lose this argument because of this next sentence. But 5 years from now, it won't be that, right? Because Linares is more accomplished than Richard Comey. But I'm not gonna argue that Richard Comey was a better fighter at the time that Teofimo fought him than Linares. But again, Linares would be the biggest name on everybody's resume.
Yo, I agree with that.
I know what I'm saying. Okay. I know what I'm saying, bro. Like it is what it is. I thought you were taking
that somewhere though.
No, I'm saying this.
Well, where I was taking it, Mario, is that you're saying he's not a star, right? And it's like he's getting star treatment. He's got the not only the promotion, right? Because Golden Boy is clearly behind him. Then he's got the network behind him. He twisted their arm to show us all that they're either going to get down or lay down. And they laid down and raised his pay. What are you talking? Like, yo, Canelo didn't have 4 pay-per-view options coming out the Trout fight. He just didn't. You know what I mean? He didn't have a Tank Davis waiting to be a super fight. He didn't have Devin Haney to be a super fight. These kids got history from the amateurs. Dazn is so intelligent because they're our age. So they're out there showing you everything that happened in the amateurs. Oh, you didn't see it? Well, look, these guys fought 4 times. They giving you taste every day. I just disagree. And I think that because there's not many superstars over at Dazn, Ryan is getting a lot of attention.
So do you agree he's the next Canelo Alvarez?
I agree with Teddy Atlas that he could definitely be the next.
All right. And I'm saying that too. And I'm saying that he has the right corner, as did Canelo have the right corner. Canelo's first pay-per-view, which wasn't even his pay-per-view, was Floyd Mayweather. After that, he fought Lara. After that,
bro, you can't say that. It take 2 to tango. That's his pay-per-view too.
All right, so then it's his pay-per-view, but it wasn't because of him first.
No, I think you're
maybe
right.
Maybe it was because of him. All right, maybe it was because he was Canelo, but he still had like 3 fights before he fought Cotto for a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So
right.
At that point was where everybody was talking about him. After the Mayweather, after we kept boasting about him, after he had HBO behind him, after he had Golden Boy behind him.
I agree with you 100%.
The factory behind Ryan Garcia is perfect. It is Canelo, and it is
He is getting that star treatment.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make him a star at this moment right now in the eyes of global, international, or national.
Good morning, guys.
Exposure.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Excuse me. I meant to say, excuse me, guys. Let me introduce our first guest. We got Adrian Granados, contender in the 147-pound division. Adrian, obviously with COVID-19 and boxing shut down, we want to thank you for taking out the time to come on the show. And before we get into you, we're just discussing, can Ryan Garcia be the next Canelo Alvarez, which is what Teddy Atlas believes. So, good morning, and what do you think about that statement?
Good morning, guys. I can see it. They're taking good care of him. He does have talent too. But it seems like he wants the glory. It seems like he wants to take on everybody. I'm not sure if his promoter will let him, but I think he's headed in the right direction, and all power to him. Hopefully, everything works out for him.
So I was telling my co-host that when Canelo beat Austin Trout all those years ago, I didn't feel like he had 4 pay-per-view options at his beck and call. Like, Could he do pay-per-view? Absolutely, but I didn't think he had 4. For me, I think Ryan Gervonta's a pay-per-view. Ryan Devin a pay-per-view. Well, Ryan Teofimo definitely pay-per-view. Do you feel like he has a few pay-per-view options out there, or are these fights not ready for pay-per-view and they're strictly television?
I think it's a little bit of a stretch, but I think with those names, like you said, those names you mentioned, those are there's a lot of talent in that weight class, and I think all those fights are actually really good. So yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised if you would see those on pay-per-view, and they would be good fights.
So let's switch back to you, obviously, Adrian, man. We've been following your career for some time. You're just a hard-nosed vet out here, and I'm sure you didn't get it the easy way. I guess everyone is really worried about what division are you going to campaign at, and what do you feel is best for you?
Yeah, no, I know. That's usually what I get. That's usually what people are usually, everyone is at getting at me to go to 140, stay at 140. What people don't realize though, I've been making 140 since I was 15 years old, and I'm 30 now, so it's not getting any easier. It kind of showed this last fight with Robert Easter. We did it at a catchweight at 142, and the last week I was still cutting weight, and it was maybe my own fault, but I mean, I don't know. It's just the diet's got to get a lot stricter. I would love to stay at 140. We're gonna keep on trying, but I mean, I'm still, I'm with whatever. I could still fight at 147 as well. So yeah, I'll still be probably bouncing back and forth, but the mission is to get back to 140.
Now, have you ever had the luxury of having like a big name strength and conditioning coach, or working alongside a strength and conditioning coach and a dietitian or a chef at the same time for your 8-week camp? Or has your career not given you those luxuries just yet?
Yeah, I have. I have. When I fought Broner, I had a strength and conditioning coach and a nutritionist. I did for just this past fight for Robert Easter. So yeah, I have done it. It's just I don't know. It just hasn't, luck hasn't cut out for me, right?
All right, I'm gonna pass you off to some of my co-hosts, but before I do, you had so many great fights, and obviously those opportunities come to you on short notice or in or out of your division. Which fight do you have on your resume that you wish you could get a rematch at what weight, though? You know what I mean?
I mean the Broner fight. It was I thought it would happen. I thought it could be a rematch. It was a close fight. I fought him in his hometown, so I offered him trying to fight in Chicago, but that never happened. Yeah, I would say that fight. Also, the fight with Fortuna, I was willing to do that again, but I mean, I kind of knew he didn't want to do it.
Hey, Adrian, it's Mario Munguia. Let me ask you, you're out in California right now?
No. I'm in Chicago.
Chicago, that's right, Chicago. Yeah, I was wondering because I saw this article here, and I'm pretty sure it's old. How are things there for you as far as COVID-19 goes?
It's okay. I mean, it's I'm with my family. It's good to be home. However, the gym got shut down. We were, we all linked back up to our old squad. We had Nathaniel Gallimore and Joshua Greer in the gym, as well as myself. We were all working together, and Josh was supposed to have a title eliminator this past March, at the end of March, and me and Nate, we were supposed to be fighting in May 23rd. They were telling us, but yeah, no, it's I mean, this has struck the world, and it's shaking up the world right now. It's just nothing can really happen, and now it's just it's up to all of us to stay in shape, stay true to the game, and stay true to ourselves.
You know, you've been in the ring with so many guys and so many big names, from Porter to Easter, Garcia, Fortuna, Broner, everybody. What fights are out there that interest you with big names that you haven't received yet? And any weight class that you feel you can make, you can mention them.
Shoot, there's a couple out there. You know, I mean, I like a fight.
Give me your top three hit
with
list.
Josecito Lopez.
That would be good.
Well, yeah, I know I'm on the comeback trail, so we need a win right now. 3 fights some of the fights they offered me was Josecito Lopez. Another one would be Dazn Alexander. Another one would probably be I think that those are pretty much the big names they mentioned, but I mean I'll take anybody else, for my top 3.
Got it. What about Jesse Vargas? Does that interest you?
Yeah, I would take that fight. Jesse's a friend of mine. They offered me that fight here in Chicago. However, since I was going to be the selling ticket there, I wanted more money, and it didn't happen. So I had to stick to my guns, and luckily I did, because then I got a bigger payday with Ryan Garcia.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, because the way I see it is, both of y'all coming off of losses, both of y'all, provide a certain entertainment, a very specific entertainment for fans, very entertaining guys, and so I think that would be like a really great promotion. But listen, I like the other names you mentioned too. As far as coming back, what do you do? Do you take 1, 2 tune-up fights, or are you jumping right back in the deep end as soon as you can?
Most likely, I'll back into the deep end. It seems like that's I'm still with PBC right now, and we have another fight on the contract. It's one more fight, so I'm pretty sure they'll offer me somebody tough, which is fine. I'm okay. I'm ready past getting rust off or anything like that. I've stayed in the gym, and plus, I just want to come back, kind of to take my claim that I'm not dead yet, and I still got life.
Adrian, so I'm sorry. I thought Ness was going to go to the Patreon questions.
Yeah,
we do have
pulling
questions
it up.
for you. No, that's fine. We do have questions for you from our most loyal and some of our most brilliant listeners. So we're definitely going to get that to you right now.
Yes, the first one comes from George Foster in the UK. He says, "Who is the best fighter you have faced?"
I had just gotten this question yesterday from some friends. I would say Sean Porter. A lot of people, would probably say Danny Garcia. However, fighting him, I already mentioned it. I was just a shell of myself fighting him. I was extremely sick. I wanted to cancel the fight, but I couldn't do it monetarily, and plus I had another big fight guaranteed. But yeah, Sean Porter, he outboxed me when I planned to outbox him in those first few rounds, and then he was it was I mean, like you could say dirty, but it's a fight. It's a fight, and that's why I actually had to get dirty with him, and that's actually kind of when I broke him and I had him running there at the end, and he was hurt and all that stuff. But no, yeah, that was a tough fight. And yeah, no, it was a lot of pain we both went through in that fight.
All right. We got Danny Ramirez says, "Would you ever consider moving down to lightweight?"
I did it once as an amateur. It was a struggle. I probably wouldn't. I just probably can't even make it right now. Like I said, I struggle for 40 now too. So no, I think 135 would be a stretch for me.
All right, we got James Benitez that says, "I recall an interview you did titled 'Life of a B-Side.' Do you think that that's how the boxing community truly looks at you?"
Without a doubt. I mean, this last fight kind of really showed it to me. Yeah, Robert fought a good fight. It was competitive, both of us. But I feel like, it could have gone either way. And CountryBot showed that I was busier. I outlanded him, and then the way the fight actually went, like, I felt it too. Like, I was beating him down. But then when we went to the scorecards, it was just so completely one-sided that I was like, wow, so I didn't really have a chance. And that's the way I felt like in a lot of fights. I mean, even with my one big win with Amir Imam, I was barely winning that fight, when I was obviously dominating him in that fight. So, I mean, being the B-side is definitely tough. And like they always say, going into those fights, you gotta knock them out to win.
Adrian Granados, hold on, Ness. Enrique Church here. One quick question. You mentioned the Amir Mons fight. I saw it. That's where I recognized you. And then after that, you've been losing on scorecards. What are your thoughts on scoring, period? Like, what do you think? I know you have to, as a knockout, as a fighter, have to make the statement and knockout. But what are your conversations like with other people's on scoring?
You know what? It's tough. It depends, on how the fight, how the judges are seeing it. And I know with me, I know I'm very fan friendly. I know there's a lot of times, there's shots that I'm getting hit with that I shouldn't, and those are counting, those are points. But then also on the other side, I know there's a lot of times where I'm on the inside and there's little shots that I'm getting in there that they're probably not even being counted. So, it's tough, it's tough which way you look at it. But like I said, being the B side, it definitely makes things a lot harder.
We got Intrigue, the Incredible in Atlanta says Keith Thurman recently stated that he would be 100 when he will be finally 100% healthy after his recent surgery. If Keith one-time Thurman versus Bud happens, what fight? If that fight happens, who do you pick and why?
I still got Bud. Keith is a very tough fighter, very good fighter. I definitely give him a chance. I just feel like Bud's got a lot of tools, and it's just he's a complete package, But that's a great fight, and I would love to see it.
We got Josue Boxel says, what's your prediction for Santa Cruz versus Tank?
Oh wow, that's a good fight. That's a really good fight. I want Santa Cruz. I'm a big Santa Cruz fan. Awesome guy too. I met him multiple times. But what is? I think Tank's gonna be a little too much. I think he's younger. I think he's stronger. A little bit more firepower. But I'm hoping Leo pulls it off.
All right, we got Sonny Woods who says, I'm an Adrian Broner fan. He has roots with my family. TBV has expertly stated that they feel as if he should go to 47 and face certain opposition, but Broner has stated live on camera that he's getting back in the ring and it will be at 40. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Question. I believe he fights at 47. It'll be another Spence Garcia affair. Do you believe he can be effective at 47 if he can't make 40?
Yeah, he could definitely be effective. He's definitely still, one of the best out there. I think it's tough to get a win over the top opponents. But no, yeah, AB's definitely, he's a beast, and I think he gives anybody problems.
Brandon in Cincinnati says, with all the close decision losses and setbacks, what keeps you motivated?
That's a great question. In all honesty, it's the fans. It's the fans, man. They motivate me. I still get mad love. I still get mad people hitting me up, always, wanting to check for my next fight, motivating me and just, telling me to keep my head up, because, a lot of people, they know me in and out of the ring too, and they know, I try my best to stay down to earth, and, I holler at anybody, who gets at me. And, yeah, man, at the end of the day, I love what I do. I love boxing, and I've been fortunate enough, to live well off of it. but yeah, no, I mean, definitely want to start getting these wins, and yeah, that's why I'm just I'm focusing in harder than ever. I'm focusing more on strength and conditioning. I'm focusing more on just being a student in the game again, and yeah, man, just God willing, I'll be able to turn the page and start a good run for myself.
We got David Maldonado that says, being that you've been in with the best from 140 to 147, who was the best fighter you fought between Danny Broner Porter, Iman, and Easter? And who? Well, you answered that already.
He already answered that.
Yeah, you answered that, but just got to give him a shout out anyway for at least taking out the time to write to you. We got Prince of Power says, hey, champ, how did the Tyson Fury glove look to you?
Yeah, no, I mean, I've watched, the tape, where, they show how the wrist breaks and stuff like that. Yeah, it's questionable, and I mean, obviously too, when they're in his locker room and they cover up the camera, that doesn't look right either. But I mean, it's boxing, man, and there's stuff that happens all the time, and at the same time, there's stuff that don't happen that people think. So I mean, you never know. It's just it's unfortunate because I mean it takes away from Fury's win, and it's got people questioning now what he did. But yeah, man, it's too bad, and boxing's got a lot of black guys in their controversy, and I mean I wouldn't be surprised if there's another one.
Definitely. J-Mac in the New Orleans says, Terrence Crawford versus Earl Spence, who you got?
Man, that's a barn burner. I don't know, honestly. I want to lean towards one, but once I lean towards one, I think about the others, traits and attributes, and it's a toss-up to me. I want to, like I said, I want to lean towards Terrence just because I feel like he's a full package. But I mean, Spence, he also, he's got it all, and he's been in there, with the best, and he's competed on international levels since the amateur days, and I know Terrence has as well. But I mean, it's just the pedigrees are both up there, and like I said, it's a toss up. I can't really pick.
All right, we got Info Joe California says, who are your top 5 favorite fighters from any era?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I'm old school, Mexican, big time fan of that. So definitely, I'm up there with I like Chavez, of course. I like Salvador Sanchez. Juan Manuel Marquez is, he was my favorite growing up, and he kind of made me want to be a boxer. Let me see. But I also like Sugar Ray Leonard, and I was a big fan of Tommy Hearns too. I love the way he knocked people out. Though, love the way he set them up. So I'd say those would be my top 5.
All right, and the last one is coming from Caesar in Vegas, who says, "Who's the hardest puncher you faced till date?"
Hardest one was Kermit Cintron. That was way back. We got a draw. That was another fight, where I got robbed. I mean, it was on ESPN and Facebook, and ESPN had me winning 6-2 or no 8-2 in a 10-round bout, and it was supposed to be like a coming out party for him. It was like supposed to be his return, but it really ended up being like a coming out party for me. And I got robbed. It was a draw. It was a draw, and I mean, I easily won that fight. But I mean, the power, that was next level. That was the first time that was like the first guy where I didn't want to trade with him. Like it's not even just because if I would get dropped or anything, it hurt. And that's how I feel about that.
Well, Adrian, man,
that's what's up. Keeping it real.
We just want to thank you, obviously, for taking out the time to come on the show, brother, and talking a little bit of boxing with us. We appreciate that. And, man, as soon as you find out anything, definitely hit us up, and we'll get you right back on so you can announce that fight. Because, look, I didn't even know you was fighting in May. Was that official? Did you have a...
Oh, yeah.
Was it official, or they just told you stay ready?
Yeah, it was official. It wasn't official. It wasn't official, and they were just telling me to stay ready. So that was the plan, and, I mean... I would have loved it. I was ready to come back. And I mean, yeah, like I said, I got to bounce back with a vengeance right now, and that's the plan. So yeah, no, I appreciate you guys having me on here. I know we've tried a couple times, and I'm glad I finally got through. I appreciate y'all sticking with me and inviting me to the show, and keep doing what you guys are doing too, man. It's great for boxing.
Thank you, brother, and we appreciate you giving us the opportunity, man. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Contender, Adrian Granados, definitely hard-nosed vet, and then been in the ring with multiple huge names, man.
A good fight that he mentioned that I would love to have seen or witness, hopefully in the future, is the Devin Alexander versus Adrian Granados. Ooh.
I like Vargas and what's his name better that he said? Josecito, yeah.
I like that those. Devin fight because Devin lost to Red Catch. We got to see, what's up with him. Is he bouncing back?
And that was a good fight too. Like he the thing about Devin that everyone's always kind of complained about throughout his career is some of his fights have been super boring. But lately, well, it's been a mixed bag. But he's gotten much more exciting. So that could be a really good fight. And I'm glad that. Hell yeah. And I'm glad that Granados, like, he owns the B-side thing. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. Like, if you're going to be the B-side, be one of the best B-sides. And I think that's kind of what he is. He's like this perennial all-star B-side. Like, he's a guy who you can't ever count out, who's going to give you a tough fight no matter how skilled the other fighter is, who is ready on a moment's notice, who will fight anybody in any weight and take something in 2 weeks, and he doesn't care. Like, this is the ultimate. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like the cash cow of the B-sides. You know what I mean? He's the Canelo of the B-sides.
His fights make me always question what makes a judge give a round to the,
I feel you.
He's had some.
I wish
he's
you would
had
have
some
asked
shitty.
that like that. That's how I wish you would have asked the question. Because the way you asked the question, you didn't take him there, but he knew what you meant, so he answered it. You know what I mean? But that's what I knew. I knew what you were trying to say, and I was like, damn, that's a good question. But he ended up getting there anyway. So, but that was a good question.
He had some bad decisions in his career.
That's true.
But true. So here's the status. Ortiz might be asleep, right? He's probably Texas time or Vegas time. I mean, LA time,
which is 3 hours
exactly. So I did like a quadruple book. I never put Cunningham.
Us, huh?
No, I mean I never put Cunningham in the schedule, and I never put George Aries in the schedule, and then I never put. Well then I was contacted late last night with the Virgil Ortiz to add to the schedule. You guys seen what time you got that? So yeah, man, I woke up to like, yo, we good for the day? I'm like, what the hell? Who is this? And I realized I quadruple book, man. But now I feel like I need to call one of them up because Virgil was gonna be fire like Keith. We was gonna have him right here. He's coming on via video, but I guess he's sleeping, man. This damn what do you call it? Time zone.
Yeah, we should have booked him for that night slot because we were open tonight. But all good, no problem.
Tonight,
just you know what?
You know what it is? I don't want to do a double show. Well, not a double show. I could do double and triples. I just don't want to do evenings every night.
Got it.
You know what I mean? Like evenings every night, because then it feels like you never got out of work. Like for me,
I hear you. I hear you.
Like,
that. Those Thursday shows are tough. You get off, and sometimes we run a little late, and there's still research to do for guys. There's still notes to pull up. There's still pictures to get. Like there's a lot of stuff that you do on the background. There's stuff that I do in the background. It's like you don't clock out until that Thursday show night is over.
And that's a long night.
With the Friday interview shows though, or like the Wednesday interview shows like that, like when we had Devin on, that was to me perfect. We didn't really have a topic per se. We just were interviewing Devin, and and obviously I didn't get to stick around for the end because I had to go, and I had told you, but and he had came on kind of late, so it pushed us back a little bit. But all in all, it wasn't like it could have been just a quick boom, boom, boom type of show. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with like a 20, 30, 45-minute show with just the interview. So I think we could do that more. Like guys in LA and guys in or California, guys in the West Coast and Vegas, we can book them a little later. But at the same time, I hear you because it's 6:00 when we go live for me. It's 7:00. Like every time I look at the time, I'm like, damn, it's 9 p.m. That's crazy. It's so late. Like yesterday's show flew by so fast, but I always forget. I'm like, damn, it's 10:00 for Ness. Like, I know you go to bed early too. So yeah, I feel you. But all I'm trying to say is I'm here. You want to do the interviews later? We could do that. Like, we still got to come up with a second show for the West Coast on Wednesdays or Fridays. So
yeah, that's the thing. We need another day, man. We need another day for the
whatever's
West
good
Coast
with
shows.
You. Yeah, whatever's good with you is good with me because we ain't going nowhere. Bro, I was gonna go play basketball at the park.
They took the hoops down.
Yeah, and I was like, nope, nah. They haven't for me.
Really?
Not yet. We're just. Yeah, we're
no,
just
but I'm
under,
trying to say, well, who though? With strangers? I mean,
no. I was gonna go with my brother. I mean, not my brother, my cousin and a friend. And we there was like 10 people there. We were like, what are these people doing? So we just
social distancing includes everybody.
No, well, I live with
unless
them.
You live with them. Unless you
yeah. No, I live with them. Yeah.
Yo, man, I'm about to slide Cunningham in, bro. I hate I'm going
do it. Bro, do it. Hell yeah, let's talk to him.
Might have to reschedule Verge. I'm not getting no response back. Yo, did y'all see the news that the heavyweight Guido Villanello, he might be fighting July 22nd versus Chris Lovejoy? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So there's a fraction of people that believe these interviews are pointless. But imagine that fight is official. We wouldn't have known Guido or Lovejoy. We'd have been laughing at Lovejoy's 19 fights in Mexico and talking without knowing. We wouldn't have known all the people that he sparred with and how hard he's been working and the fact that he did it on his own.
I would love that. Where I didn't see that at all. Where'd you see that?
He posted it and I've been talking to him. And yeah, he said the manager hit him up. The manager of Guido hit him up, which is Sam Jones, same manager as Joe Joyce. Again, more information that's just, useful.
Well, and that's the thing that we've always said is these dots connect. You know what I mean? They connect.
And they help you see
And we're
things.
here drawing these lines.
Yeah, they help you see things a little bit more vividly, you know what I mean?
A little easier.
Yeah, when you know that information, but
you know what it is too? Because like when you cover fights, like look, I thought I knew a lot about boxing. And then I found out after covering fights that I'll never know everything about boxing. Like everything that happens in the background, like, I could write a book that would sell millions of copies right now if I was a dirty piece of shit dude who told everybody secrets. You know what I mean? I'm not that guy, so I'm not going to sell that book, obviously. But all I'm trying to say is there are so many things that happen at events that go completely untold, and unless you're there, you never really know. And that's what I'm trying to say with these interviews is like, unless you get everybody on and you open it up to anybody, you're never really going to know how the sport fully, you know what I'm saying? It's like business and it's really dirty too. That's the other thing is, I always knew the sport was dirty, but it's like guys getting exemptions from piss tests and they can take it at their hotel the next morning and just crazy stuff, dude, that I seen. And yeah, it's crazy, but yeah, man, that's an awesome fight. I would love to see that. July sounds a little early for what we're going through, but shoot, if they can pull it off, more power to them. I'm saying like closed circuit, like right now would be the time to like try to get like a closed circuit in, because if we go under mandatory quarantine, like that's it. Like there are gonna be no fanless fights. But right now, like WWE was doing that. They were recording a bunch of stuff at their spot in Florida, and now the Florida is shutting everything down. So what are they going to do? They can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? They're stuck. Like they had a skeleton crew, and that's what some of these guys are considering right now. Showtime. We had Steve Marcano on. You know what I'm saying? So skeleton crews could work, but at some point they're going to be done.
So we might slide Joseph up or Dorno, top ranked prospect. Move him up from 10:30 to 10. Think he's available, so hopefully he just calls in and we jump straight into that. This is a kid I've been trying to interview for some time now, so very happy to have got him.
Let me ask you a question real quick. What is the process of you getting people on Skype versus calling in? Because some of these guys are young enough that I would think that would be easier than calling in some ways.
It's as easy, but we have Joseph on the line. But it is as easy, but you got to go through all the. Do you have Skype? If not, they got to create one.
Got it.
But Joseph Adorno, man, good morning. Thank you for coming on the show. We really appreciate it, man. I've been after you for a while, brother. What's up?
No, yeah. Good morning. How you guys doing?
We're good, man. Happy to have you, man. So I want you to walk me through the beginning, man, because it's going to be interesting when we get halfway through this interview. But how did you begin? Why boxing?
I mean, I look at it like the sport chose me. I didn't choose the sport, to be honest. My dad was a boxer. Just weeks from, like, before him turning pro, was in Puerto Rico. He was putting the AC in the room, right? So I don't know why he was nailing the AC to a window, but then he was hammering the AC, right? So out of nowhere, he hit the nail wrong and then just landed on his eye. The nail just scraped his eye. So it ended his boxing career. Well, then couple months went by and stuff, so then out of nowhere he got bored, I guess, and just started training me and my little brother in the living room. And from there on, it was just boxing.
Okay. So, how did you hook up with Top Rank? How did that happen?
Well, Top Rank actually been behind me since I was like 15 years old. They didn't believe I was 15 years old when they seen me fighting at the age of 15. I used to spar pros at the age of 15. Like my dad he always believed in me all the time. He used to put me in with pros. Not so many rounds in it. They wouldn't go hard on me, but like when you see talent, you could tell, like you see it. So they've been after me, but I think my golden ticket was when I was 16 years old and I went to the Golden Gloves. I was the only 16-year-old in the Golden Gloves fighting guys that were 27 years old, 20. Stuff like that, and I was dominating. So, I think that was my golden ticket to actually sign him to Top Rank at the age of 17.
I got to see that series that Raging Babe put out, Michelle Rosado, with your mother, and, the story of just coming up and, raising two boys and how everything is boxing, man. That was pretty dope, man. Shout out to your mother for everything that she's done to help you get to this point, man. Talk a little bit about that particular series and the response that you've gotten since its release.
Oh yeah, it was a very good series. It was nothing fake in that series. Everything was real. Nothing was like script wise. We just did our own thing, like our normal daily life. And it was touching to see how they put it all together and how it came out. All my friends, everybody I've seen always tell me, they don't even talk to me about my face no more. They just come up to me and be like, oh, I seen that story with your mom. Like, it was touching, this and that. And I'm like, yeah. Because, a lot of people don't understand. They think once we sign and go pro, we out of nowhere, we millionaires. Like, we have it all. We have it easy. And it's not that easy. Like baseball players, football players, those are the ones that once they sign a contract, they got it like that. But not us boxers. We still got to work hard. Once we have that belt under us, that's when we good. They don't understand that you got to still build. You signed, but you still got to build yourself up. And it's a great story. And my mom been there through it all. Since I was 6 years old, my first boxing fight, she been there. She actually missed say it again.
No. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
She actually been there, since I was 6 years old, my first fight. I think she missed only like 3 fights, and it was due because of work. And, it was like tournaments that we had, like far away. We had to travel, so she missed those. But yeah, my mom been there since day one.
Yo, and real talk, man, like when I seen it, man, it choked me up. I'm not gonna lie, because you know, I played baseball growing up, you know, and we grew up poor, and man, your mom just sounded so much like the stuff that, you know, everything was baseball. You know, we had baseball cakes, we had baseball birthday parties. You know, I played until I was in college, and so you know, seeing the way that she discussed boxing and her talking about her kids and what the sport has done for their life, both negatively and positively, and the emotions in it, yo, it was emotional. Honestly, I get chills just talking about it right now. Like it was a great series. Would you ever be interested in doing something like that? Like if a network came to y'all and said, yo, we want to put you on TV, or like, you know, or we want to capture your story in a documentary, would you be up for that again, or are you too private for that?
Nah, yeah, I'm 100% down. You know, 'cause it's not just my mom that's doing this. I'm pretty sure that there's other moms out there doing it, just not in the boxing world, you know. Baseball, football, soccer, basketball. I know there's other moms that are doing the same thing for their own child. Now they used to not pay like water bills or whatever just for us to go to tournaments. And it's just crazy. Like that's why my mom is always my number one to go to, you know, once I do make it, or if not, you know, the first thing I just want her to get settled down, you know, make sure she's good for life. That's what I strive for, you know.
So I gotta ask, man, after suffering that first draw, did you feel like you let your family down? Because I know you got a lot riding on your shoulders, and through that series, we could tell that you guys, you being your father and your brother, you guys just want to make it to help your mom stop being such a hustler, you know, so she could kick up her feet. Was there any sense of disappointment outside of just normal draw, like disappointment from, you know, like that you let down your family?
Just like once that last round bell ended, you know, I was already disappointed in myself. And you know, once I heard it was a draw, because I thought I pulled it off at least 5-3. I thought I pulled it off. But yeah, once I heard it was a draw, you know, I went to the dressing room and I was just like, I don't know, I couldn't even speak to nobody. You know, I was just crying in the back. Like I felt like I took that draw as a loss. I didn't really take it as a draw because I'm like, this guy cannot beat me. I wasn't myself that day, but you know, us as fighters, you know, we have good days and we have bad days. So you know, I can't really say I'm not gonna make no excuse. You know, it was on me. I was messing around. I did some things I was supposed to, but you know, we're not gonna talk about that stuff. We're not gonna make excuses. What happened that day. But yeah, you know, I was just like ashamed of myself. Like I didn't even want to go out and see people in the public, you know, the fans and stuff. I didn't even want to go outside. So it's like I let my mom down, my family, and I'm like, yo, how I'm gonna do this? It was just like it was really depressing, you know. But she talked to me, you know. She was the person that pulled me to the side and was like just sitting down talking to me and telling me how proud she was about me. That, you know, like she knew it wasn't the Joseph that always fights. That day it was just a different Joseph, you know. And like I said, since the first round, I didn't feel like myself, and I told my dad in the first round, I'm like, yo, I don't know what's wrong with me. But yeah, she talked to me, you know. She I don't know how to explain it, but she's like a superhero to me. So she talked to me, and you know, we did everything right. And I had a fight March 27th. You know, I felt more than ready. I was ready to prove everybody that Joseph Verdona was back. You know, from that draw, he wasn't going to be the same guy that night.
Nah, man.
Joseph, real quick, let
me just tell him something before I pass him off to you guys.
Okay,
so
go ahead.
the reason I'm high on you is because we don't train at the same gym. You came to my gym to spar, and I didn't know you were a pro. I didn't know. I seen your father before, but I didn't know you was his son. I didn't know you was signed to Top Rank, nothing, and I got to see you spar Rajon Chance. So I'm just, you know, I got in there a little late. You guys, I think, were just starting or already started, but I was super impressed.
Who I was sparring?
Rajon Chance.
Where was this at?
I think y'all call him Lil Weezy in East Hanover.
Oh, is it? I think that was my little brother then who sparred him.
Nah, I don't know, man. Your brother's definitely smaller than you. But I mean, maybe you're right and I'm wrong. All I know is that day I got put on, and then I seen you on a Top Rank fight, and I was like, oh wow, this guy was just at the gym, And I talked to Rajan about it because Rajan, turned pro too, and he still goes to that gym almost every day now that it's closed though. But yeah, man, I was just so shocked that like you were already a pro, and then it was all coincidence. But
that was my little brother who sparred him. Then he was southpaw. He's southpaw. He's taller than me. He looks big. He's taller than me. Yeah.
Wow. All this time I thought that was
he's
you.
Big. He's big. Nah, he's big for a 122 pounder.
That's your younger brother?
Yeah, that's my younger brother.
Jeremy, right?
Yeah, Jeremy.
Wow. I swore it was you. But yeah, man, so from there I was hooked, man. I was hooked on the both of you guys. But yeah, go ahead, Mario.
Yeah, Joseph, let's take it back to the Hector fight real quick. I'm going to ask you this, and if you don't want to answer it because you kind of already said you didn't really want to talk about it, that's fine. But see, I thought you were suffering from some sort of injury in the fight. And I didn't know if you suffered it in the fight or during, because there were times where I felt like you could get off and you weren't getting off. And I've seen you in other fights where you take advantage of guys when they put themselves in bad positions. You know what I mean? Especially, your ring generalship. So I guess the question I'm going to ask is, you didn't say you had an injury. You didn't say you suffered an injury. And obviously that would be an easy thing to talk about. Was it an illness or did you suffer some sort of, something that hindered your performance?
Nah, to be honest, I was overweight. I was overweight the whole camp. Like that whole camp was just me training to lose weight. It wasn't even like me training for Hector Garcia. It was just me losing weight because I was overweight. I was out eating junk food, drinking soda like crazy, and a lot of people was telling me, yo, you gotta stop that. But me, only 20 years old, I'm knocking everybody out. I'm over here like, yeah, they just talking. Until that day, I had to lose so much weight, and then I didn't even recover the right way. And it got to me, and it was just a learning lesson.
Yo, what's so crazy that you just said that? I just, like anytime we have a guest on, we pull up, different things. Like I'll have internet tabs open up. I have this internet tab open up with some pictures, right? Yo, I have a picture of you in the Hector fight, and the thumbnail is of your back. Like it's to the back of you. And then there's one with you in Ibarra, and it's on your shoulder and back. And I swear to God, right when you said that, I looked at the computer screen. Yo, you can see how lean you are in the Ibarra fight. So much muscularity and vascularity, and just, your lats are popping, your shoulders are popping, your traps, everything, scapula or whatever it's called on the back. And then in the Hector fight, it's not that you look fat or anything like that, but there is no vascularity there, and the back muscles aren't as popping. So I can understand that, and I don't see that as an excuse because something hindered your performance. I knew that coming in. That was, if I showed you my notes for today, you would see Joseph Adorno, top of the list, ask about the Hector fight and what hindered the performance. But I don't think that's an excuse at all. It's a growing pain, you know what I'm saying? And so it's good that you learn from it, right?
Yeah, of course. Like if I tell anybody about this, like that's not into boxing, they'll think I'm making an excuse, and I'm not making an excuse. If you just like you said about the pictures, if you look at all the other pictures, I look way better in shape and all that. And just in that fight, I just like I said, man, I did my mistakes. Everybody learned from their mistakes, and that was one mistake that I learned from that night, But it's better to come earlier than late in the bigger fights, That's how I looked at it too. Like my mom told me it's better to happen now and you learn from it now that you're starting than you being up there for a world title when this happens to you.
Bro, your mom is That's the best. Honestly, that's exactly what I was going to say as soon as I could. I was going to say those exact words. It's better to happen now than when you're on that grand stage. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, at the very least, at least, you know, you didn't lose your undefeated record, which, you know, who cares? At the end of the day, people lose. It's not a big deal. But, you know, you definitely want that rematch, though, at some point, or you think that you're going to move on to bigger and better things?
Yeah, I wanted that rematch like for my next fight, like ASAP. But you know, my promoter and stuff was telling me, "What are you gonna gain from beating him? We know you could beat him, but what are you gonna gain? Let's just let's go forward with things and just look for better things, and we go up in the rankings." That's what it was telling me. But I don't know, man. I want to spar him or something. I want to do.
Nah, I hear you, man. That's that competitive nature.
I have to see him again somehow.
For sure. Let me go out to some of these questions from the public before we get you out of here. We got George Foster in the UK that says, do you think Ryan Garcia's skill set matches his popularity and hype?
I mean, the kid is doing his job, to be honest. The kid is doing everything he should. So, you know, he gotta live up to the hype, you know, but yeah, he got a little too famous doing social media work and not doing the fights. Like, when he fights guys his weight and guys that come trained, not 1 week notice, stuff like that, you know, he doesn't look good.
All right. Ryan Garcia versus Tank. Who wins and how?
I got Tank probably, I don't know about stopping him, but I got Tank beat him easy, you know, 'cause styles make fights. Just because he knocked out that one guy in the first round and Tank didn't knock him out in the first round doesn't mean Ryan Garcia is better than Tank. Styles make fights, and so you guys don't be understanding.
That was Caesar in Las Vegas. We got another one from Josue Boxing. Josue Boxeo says, what kind of music are you listening to while hitting the heavy bag?
I like listening to, like, Little Baby, Meek Mill, Bad Bunny, Mike Towers, you know, like this stuff, like once the round end, I could dance, vibe out, you know what I'm saying? Spit some lyrics and just get back to work.
All right. We got Jemmy in Delaware says, is Robert Garcia still your manager? And what is your opinion of Ryan, Rolly, and Tank? The reason I ask is because a year ago, you went live with Teofimo Lopez and said Ryan he put the he put the gay flag, and a hype job, and we're unsure of Tank being a hype job. And I seen Rolly talking crap about how you were a bum and a hype, etc. I don't know. I guess you did a live last year that he got to see.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, that live's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. But we still working with Robert Garcia. Yeah, he's my co-manager with my dad as well. But yeah, Ryan Garcia, I said a couple things, you know, we just got in the moment live, you know, we were just talking our crap, whatever, and you know, he was doing at that time, he was doing like videos, dancing all fruity. So, you know, I said what I said. Tank, you got to give it up to the man. He's doing what he's doing out there. And then who else? Oh, Rolly. He just be talking mad shit. I don't know what's up with him. He's like 20-something years old and still talk like a girl. So I don't know what he's talking about.
For sure. So we got Sonny Woods, huge fan. The Boxing Voice host points positive to a potential fight of Terrence Crawford versus Adrian Broner. Mikey Garcia moved up to fight Errol Spence Jr. It was criticized by me. He's saying me. I don't understand his position since Broner moving up to 47 would be the same scenario, one-sided for Terrence Crawford, and because Broner stated that his commitment is to 140. What's your thoughts? Basically, what's your thoughts on Broner versus Crawford?
I don't know. I think Broner's out of the game already, to be honest. He's like too focused on other things. I don't think he's focused on boxing. Like, after that Maidana lost or whatever, I think he just, I don't know. Like, Broner could fight. If he would have threw more punches against Pacquiao, I think he would have done something. Because when he throws punches, I don't know, he's good. But then he wants to just sit down and just do nothing. So that's why he be losing all these fights. But yeah, Crawford is going to beat him up easy.
You think that fight does anything for Crawford in terms of popularity?
No, I don't think it does anything. Just like, I think it just makes each other easy money, and that's it.
Wow. Okay. J Mac in the New Orleans says Terrence Crawford versus Earl Spence. Who you got? Why?
I had Errol Spence. I always had Errol Spence, but now it's like, I don't know, I'm doubting a little bit now because that last fight with Sean Porter, I didn't really like how Spence looked. But then you can't judge just by one fight because, like I said earlier, styles make fight, and you always have a good day and a bad day. So it's like, I don't know now. I'm doubting, but I'm top ranked, so I'm gonna go with Crawford real quick.
Yo, Intrigued the Incredible in Atlanta says Jerron Boots Ennis went on record stating he is ready to fight all the champions in the welterweight division. If Jerron Boots Ennis versus Terrence Bud Crawford happens down the road, who do you favor to win the fight and why?
It just depends when the fight gonna get made, to be honest, because I think Boots is ready, but I think we should put him first with like somebody like Crawford fall or knocked out, see how he looks first and stuff like that. We gotta take everything takes steps, you know what I'm saying, to get to that. So I don't know, it's a tricky question.
Last one from the public. JT in the New Orleans says Earl Spence at 154, is he a good or a great fighter?
I mean, what fighters are at 154 right now, like world champions?
Oof. Jason Rosario, the Dominican. Patrick Teixeira, the Brazil.
That's the one that beat J-Rock?
Yes.
All right, who else?
Patrick Teixeira, the WBO champion that beat top ranks Carlos Adames, the Dominican.
Yeah, I seen that one, yeah.
And who else got one belt? I think Jermell Charlo from Texas, WBC champ.
I think that's the toughest one, yeah. I think Charlo is the toughest one in there, 154. So, I mean, and then I think Spence be sparring them too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I think Spence could do good at 154, to be honest.
All right. Well,
I know he be walking around like 190 and stuff too, so I know he can do it.
Yo, 190 champ?
Bro, he be looking swollen. He be saying it too. That's one of his problems. He be going up in weight a lot.
Yo, but you was born here, not in Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah, I was born in New Jersey.
So your left hook is something that your father just put into you, because normally that's like, that's like over there, de la isla, like the Puerto Ricans naturally got that left hook, but I guess it's in your blood, man.
Yeah. I was born here, but then I moved over there to Puerto Rico when I was 1 year old. So, I was just raised over there.
Oh, you were raised over, how many years you lived there? From 1 to what?
Till I was 10.
Oh, yeah.
From 1 to 10.
Okay. Now I see.
Yeah,
Well,
I started my boxing career over there at 6 years old. I had 39 fights.
Oh, wow. Okay. Definitely love the left hook, champ, man. We want to thank you. We finally got you, man. Appreciate your time. And
yeah, I appreciate that.
No, listen, as soon as you get something, let us know so we can get you back and announce it, man. We definitely love your style, man. Forget about that draw. It ain't nothing. Get back on that bike, and you're going to see him down the road, or like your promoter said, bigger and better things that'll prove, that fight was nothing. But we appreciate you, brother. If you can, give out your social media. And yes, man, thank you for your time.
Yeah, my Instagram is Real Joseph Adorno. On Facebook is Joseph Bless Hands Adorno. And then on Twitter is _Bless Hands. And, everybody be safe out there. The coronavirus is hitting everybody. So, yeah, just stay at home safe till we all good to go out, and fuck Corona, so fuck that.
All right. Well, Joseph, man, thank you so much. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Up-and-coming prospect, Red Hot, man. I really, really, really like this kid. The draw was unfortunate, but it's what was needed, and it's what he said. I really love the maturity in his answer. I love the fact that, he said he needed that so it doesn't happen. Obviously we would have wanted it not to happen, but this ain't a perfect world, you know what I mean? And sometimes you need that real life lesson to get you over the hump, man. But very talented kid, man. His father too. I mean, damn, bro. Like, they blessed. I know they haven't made it yet, but think about his father. He's got to be super duper proud. You know what I mean? He trained both his sons to turn professional, and so far so good. You know, they both signed a top rank. You know, that's impressive, man. I know that the WBC, I think it was, or one of these sanctioning bodies a couple of years ago, were trying to stop father-son training in the corner, you know, but that got overturned because, you know, the fear of not knowing when to stop a fight, Cash, because that's your son, you know what I mean? When you going to throw the towel in if Lil Rico, you know, you going to let him go out on his shield, you're like, no, that's my son!
I mean, you coaches do the same thing, aren't they? Compared to father-son relationship.
They father figures, absolutely, man. Buddy McGirt, you know, it's crazy. Not even crazy. The true word is, I think, ironic, brother, that Buddy McGirt had a stigma for throwing in the towel too early, and now look, last year one of his fighters passed away, and he wanted to stop it. You know what I mean? So. Crazy, man. Crazy. You just never know how the cookie crumbles. Listen, let's get out to some callers. I know we're waiting on Verge still, man, but homie is sleeping, like, for real.
Bro, I think we should just reschedule him at this point, because even if he were to come on now, are you going to get Cunningham on?
Well, nah, I was trying to leave that window for Verge.
Got it.
Verge Ortiz,
it's up to you, obviously. It's up to you, but, I mean, at this point, like, I would rather, if he's going to be on Skype, I would rather us not be in a situation where we're like, all right, well, those are the callers. Oh, here's Verge. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I'll still come back. If you want to come back later, I'll come back.
I'm just looking at what weight is Joseph? Is he 130 or 135?
He's a lightweight, 135.
Oh wow, he's 135. So he's talking because that's his division. Mm-hmm. Okay, champ. Okay. I like him, man. I'm telling you, man. I like them, man. Him and his brother. I mean, you know, it's funny because his brother's the smaller one, but he said he's bigger, which is strange.
But what do you mean smaller? You mean he fights at a smaller weight cut? Because he was like, nah, my brother's bigger than me. He said that.
Yeah. He did say that, which is, I don't really...
122.
It doesn't feel that way on TV. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the other brother is not even as far along in the career. I think the other brother has like four or five fights, right? 6?
Yeah, that's what you told me. Yeah, I wasn't really familiar with his brother until you brought him up. You know, when we talked about him on the show, you had said you had seen both of them, and I asked you, and that's why I was surprised, because I was like, yo, the way you had told me, because I've never really seen him fight his brother. So you were like, he's smaller. So then when he was like confused about it, it was like, wait, what? What's going on here?
Yeah. But you know, he's been brought up the right way, man. A lot of Philadelphia fights, you know. A lot of Madison Square. He's already fought in Madison Square. He fought in Puerto Rico, you know, couple times in Madison. They doing good, man. I mean, the draw was the setback, man. But you know, hopefully this coronavirus,
you know, and like I had told him that, like, I had played baseball. Like, I had to play baseball growing up. Like, I wrestled for a while, and they didn't let me. You know, I suffer from a kidney disease that really affects cardiovascular things with me. So they didn't let me wrestle. They let me play football. They let me play baseball.
How they let you play football but no wrestling?
Well, I played when I was like 10 years old. So, you know what I mean? They wouldn't have let me in high school. They were never going to let me in high school, but I didn't have to get my UCL, whatever the Texas Commission is they wouldn't have approved me. But what I was saying is, like, I think if I would have boxed, honestly, and maybe it sounds crazy, but yo, that would have been my mom's. Like, yo, it reminded me so much of growing up. Like, I swear, like, that would have been the type of interview.
Where's that documentary you're talking about?
It got released on RageandBabe.com, and I think it's on I know it's on YouTube, but I don't.
Ness sent me a clip on my email, so Ness sent me a clip on email so I can send it to you.
She's doing her thing. She is doing
the thing, but she needed to put that out there continuously, because I wanted to watch it. I want to see that.
It's out there. It's out there. She you know what? She also had it in rotation with a few press releases. Like a few publicists have put it out on their press release blast. So it definitely got there. The issue is that no major picked it up. I would have liked to seen it released on Top Rank's YouTube channel. They could have at least done that. That thing has like, I think 850,000 maybe YouTube
that whole series is just brilliant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Wow, 135 though. Okay. He's ranked 106 in the world, so he's still got plenty of time. He's 20 years old. He's so young. Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, he's still fighting 8-round fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's got time, bro.
Yeah.
20 years old. I mean, and here's the thing about him that I like. Every time he's in the ring, he looks like he's ready to go. This last fight, he looked ready to go. He didn't look any different in Hector. It wasn't until the fight progressed that you started to see the difference.
I mean, I'm glad this happened, though, because it's a lot of pressure for those undefeated fighters and those knockout streaks. This guy was like on a 13-0, 13 knockout streak. It's like Belanga, all those guys with those knockout streaks. It's the pressure to keep it going because the longer you keep it going, the bigger the popularity, and it sound like, he believed his own hype, you know what I mean? And because he said, I was eating whatever I wanted. I thought I could knock everybody out.
He just thought he was going to run through people. Yeah. I've always said, and obviously I know you don't like when we talk MMA, but I'm just going to make this point. I've always said one of the things that helped John Jones, Bones Jones, was getting that loss that he got, because it wasn't a real loss. He didn't get beat. He got disqualified, and he actually got the win and they changed it. So that pressure, but also maintaining the idea that nobody's beat me, that's what I like, because he's in the same position. Joseph is in a situation where he didn't get beat, but at the same time, he felt the not backlash, but he felt the that gut feeling that you get inside when you don't win. You know what I mean? And that keeps you motivated.
Yes.
And at the same time, he still has his undefeated record. So it's I don't know. This could have been one of the best things.
Yeah, no. It definitely is, because you can tell that by the way he took it. He said he was in the back crying. That's that competitive nature in you. Shakur Stevens cried after the Olympics because he didn't get the win. You know what I mean? You want to win so bad that your emotions. I say your emotions. Your emotions are rushing out of you.
Look, every time I lost a street fight, I cried. I cried in front of the dude, and it wasn't even like
in front of the dude. He stuck around after he whooped his ass.
No, I'm saying.
Yo, remember when you was a kid?
That's my dad.
Have to have a fight, they'd be crying before the fight, like.
yeah, that's back in the day.
Yeah, no, that wasn't me. But I seen that a lot. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's that feeling that somebody just owns you. Like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, and here's the thing: it's not the beating. You know what I mean? It's not because I've gotten in a fight with like multiple dudes at one time, and I didn't cry. Like, I'm like, fuck these dudes. You know what I mean? But when you go with somebody one-on-one, you know what I mean? Like we used to play. I don't know. Did y'all ever play like 10 seconds or 30 seconds, like body shots in high school and middle school?
I mean, yeah, I'm sure that's people done it.
That's what we used to do. After football practice, after baseball practice, if it rained and we weren't gonna practice, we just got in the cage and just threw hands. And I'm not gonna lie, like I would have to fight back them tears when I'd lose, not because it hurt. We'd do body shots and those body shots hurt, but it was because losing sucks, bro. Like in that situation, like I could lose at pinball or I could lose at ping pong. I'm good. Like that's chill. But when somebody beat you like that, like
who cried in border wars when they lost? Anybody got depressed and didn't want to come through?
You, man, you the only one. You the only fighter to retire from border wars, bro.
I border wars back to back.
Yo, you let Jose retire
Enrique looked good though.
In losing.
Bro, but listen, he stayed behind the jab. Yo, I'll tell you what. You show that fight to somebody who don't know Enrique, and you ask them if this is a casual fan that doesn't
disagree.
Nah, I thought you looked great.
His second fight.
That was good work.
His second fight, I think.
You calling me back? You calling me back?
I think his second fight would have turned out better, but obviously he had a disqualification, man, because he couldn't keep it technical. You guys, you gotta be technically sound, man. He out there throwing them wild punches and got DQ'd.
But back to the subject at hand, right? Has anyone like after border wars, we usually go out not show up because they were down?
Yes.
That's what I was asking. So who was that?
Nah, I'm not gonna put them on blast.
You ain't gonna put him on the spot. All right, I feel
He's
you.
a good guy too. Yeah, man. Listen, people take it hard, bruh.
Yeah,
People
it's
take
not
it
fun,
hard,
man.
bruh.
It
It
is
ain't.
not fun.
Nobody
That's
wants
why-
to lose.
That's why it was so important to hear somebody like George Foreman calling up Deontay Wilder.
Exactly.
To
Because
Deontay Wilder, especially, you know, somebody who could relate, somebody that's like, yo, you ain't
And
gonna get that text
for
from that cop.
Adorno, it was his mother that helped him out of that. He said, that she talked to him. She coached him out of letting him know that it's gonna be okay. So, yeah, man, you need that sometimes. You need that.
And that was the point that I was making, and I feel like people got me mixed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that I'm saying that George can't help him. What I'm saying is that while George can relate, what Deontay needs from that conversation, he could get from a loved one, somebody that he absolutely trusts. I'm not saying he shouldn't trust George or he doesn't trust George, but maybe you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
Some
but it's
people don't say
levels
the right
too.
things, but
It's levels
it's
too.
levels, yeah.
Let me
I'll admit all of that.
you, if Adorno was, I don't know, 25-0, 27-0 and suffered a draw, it'd probably be
Titleist.
It'd probably be
Yeah.
Tito or Cotto. Like he would probably be like, yeah, Miguel called me after that fight. It's just right now he's not on that level. It's his mother doing it. But believe me, as he grows, he's gonna get those celebrity friends that, FaceTime him like, hey, what up, Chad? Look at Edgar Berlanga, for instance. Every time he fights, he's getting walked out by Fat Joe. That all started from a IG live call. So, people step into your life, you never know. But
I think Danny Garcia would be such a good
mentor,
a good like older, but yeah, just because they're both Puerto Rican, but they're not from Puerto Rico technically.
Yeah, Philly Ricans,
so
baby. Philly Ricans, like Danny like to say. No, but he probably does have a relationship with Danny because he's in that, PA. New
Jersey.
But northern.
I thought he was
southern
from PA.
Jersey.
Like I seen his I seen clips of that Raging Babe footage, and I thought that was Pennsylvania.
It's definitely PA, or Philly.
What's the tunnel that connects Philadelphia to? Is it New York or Jersey or
nah?
It's a bridge. It's a bridge that connects Jersey to
what's it called?
Pennsylvania. What's that bridge called?
I don't know, bro.
I don't bridge. Know. That bridge that takes you to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I
when
know.
Zab was
but
gonna
I don't
fight,
know.
what's his name? They were calling it the Battle of the. Oh, damn it, man! I forgot. It's like a bridge, right, or like a tunnel that connects Philadelphia. Or I mean, a bridge. You said
definitely a bridge because I don't remember going through no tunnel ever.
Yeah, it's a bridge.
But y'all don't remember when they were talking all that Zab Judah, Danny Garcia talk? Like, I mean, this is like 6 years ago.
It was
so y'all
never
might not
no
remember.
battle for a bridge, bro. It's battle for Brooklyn.
They called it. No, they called it something though, like Philadelphia versus New York. It's like the Battle of the Turnpike or something like that.
Yeah, you Turnpike. The Turnpike.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
that's the highway.
Yeah, that's the highway.
Okay.
But the toll road highway, you gotta pay to get on it.
That's the highway to New York from Philly.
You gotta pay to get on it, though.
Yeah.
That was a big fight for Danny. You see, in retrospect, people look at it because they didn't live through that time. That was a huge fight for Danny.
Yo, that flooded
shit,
my Twitter,
brother.
I would have to scroll like
it put him over the top.
Anything
different. It put him over the top because the father is brilliant. The father always knew how to push the right buttons. He pushed Zab buttons. Zab threw a table at him. Bro,
oh yeah,
it was in Modell's.
Yo, you remember? You remember what's their names? ESPN ended up using your footage, and then they had to take it, and then they stopped because they realized that they weren't that you can't do that. And so, but that was like 6 years ago, and it was like, oh, this is a YouTube clip. I'm just gonna take it. Like, nah, you can't do that. So I remember the network used it, or was it Showtime that used it? I don't remember who used it. Somebody used it. But I was like,
Showtime
that's the Boxing Voice footage. Everybody was like, bro, there's no way that was anybody but Ness because the camera was like 10 feet in the air. And so, but then they had the camera from the other side, and you could see it was Ness's footage. That was crazy. I remember that.
Nah, that was a crazy incident. They did an autograph signing in Modell's. That's when Barclays Center just started opening the doors for boxing. Yep. And Zab was definitely not in his prime, but he still had BK behind him, bro. Like, That was litty. I don't know how many tickets they did, but I know they did well in the tickets as well.
I went to that fight live.
Me
That was
too.
Oh, did you?
Me too. That was crazy, bro.
You covered that fight, Ness, or you just went?
I covered that fight.
Okay.
Everything about it. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was there every day
the
for fight week. I went to every day.
You would say Zab still had Brooklyn behind him, but the arena was mostly Danny.
No, listen.
I remember that.
The arena.
Like, he ain't trying to fight you, Danny. He ain't trying to fight.
But that's
Like,
the
taunts
crowd.
were crazy.
The crowd is gonna sway. But man, you crazy. They was there for Zab too. There's no way.
I would say like
Zab still draws a crowd.
Yeah, the city was definitely there for him. Like whether they bought the tickets and showed up or they could get tickets or whatever, that there were the hood was out for him.
Bro, you'd be surprised, man. I was on the phone with a promoter the other day that worked with Zab in Canada, bro. They paid him to go out. Like you'd be surprised. Zab is a name. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's iconic.
Yeah. He's
a
iconic,
name,
man. He's a name, bro. He's a name, man. That's how it goes.
Listen, it was like him and Roy that did that like hip hop type. You know, they were in videos and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, he came out under that whole Mike Tyson too.
Plus, Zab was one of us. He's from the hood, bro.
Yeah,
I remember videos of Zab out there playing dice and getting into fights with people.
Oh yes. When we saw that video, because I was probably like, I don't know, 12, 13. No, I was about 13, 14. We started playing dice every day at school.
Damn, just because of that?
Yeah, well, it was like...
that's because he's not from the East Coast, though. He's not from the East Coast, because CeeLo for us...
Dice like that. Yeah, we didn't play dice like that.
I don't even think, like craps is not for us. Like, it's CeeLo for us. In the West, it's craps for y'all. Y'all shoot...
What's CeeLo?
4, 5, 6.
3 dice.
Y'all play 2 dice.
Okay.
West Coast play 2 dice, and I think the Midwest, right? Which I play 2 dice.
I never played 3 dice. I never played 3 dice.
We played 3 dice.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
What?
3 dice don't even exist in the casino.
Yeah, it don't even exist in a casino.
That's a hood.
That's a straight hood thing.
Dice.
That's a straight
I used to get on some rolls, bro. Let me tell you, I would take everybody's lunch money.
Lunch money. You that good? You should have went to the casino, man. You buy them numbers on. If you buy the numbers on the crap table, that's where the money at. But you gotta be willing. Adorno still listening. He said 3 dice the best. That's right.
Yo, it was Tyson, then it was Zab, right? Who was between them? I think that's where the celebrity came from.
What you
he used
mean?
to roll with. Because Mike Tyson was from Brooklyn, is from Brooklyn. Zab Judah's from Brooklyn. Zab used to roll with Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson used to support Zab Judah. Mm-hmm. Mike Tyson was like Michael Jackson of famous in boxing.
Yeah.
So Zab kind of inherited all that when he, was
fighting. I'm not gonna say that he didn't get any, residual fandom from hanging with Mike.
Got it on his own,
but Zab was hot on the way up. Remember, he was super Zab Judah. You know what I mean?
Oh, and he repped the hood like
from Brooklyn though.
Say what? You cut out.
I said who was between Zab and Mike from Brooklyn?
He had hip hop, man. He had MOP. All the popping rappers brought him out.
I know that point. But in boxing, who?
I don't. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. I'm trying to explain that to you. I don't remember a fighter endorsing Zab. Like I didn't get put on Zab because of fight. I got put on Zab because of rap. No, because of rap, bro. He was with all the dope rappers back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
I remember he fought Cotto and said he had more Puerto Rican fans than Cotto.
Listen, Zab was that dude back in the day. He was, I hope this don't come off disrespectful. I know it will, but he was Broner back then.
I put my money on Zab Judah. I lost $1,000 against Floyd.
Why you did that? That was that New York love.
Nah, that wasn't the time where Floyd was like the end all be all. Like you gotta pick Floyd.
Zab was putting it on Floyd too.
I guess you're right.
Oh yeah,
I guess you're right.
Tape that one. We should fight tape that.
Yeah, no, that's a beautiful fight. It's not fight tape. Stop killing the words. It's Film Study Tuesday. But yeah, no, that would be dope to look at. I remember that fight. Zab did put a little bit of hands on Floyd. But Floyd, man,
now
listen.
You get disrespectful. Talk about a little bit of hands.
Yeah, a little bit of hands. Because this is the problem. Floyd is so great that when someone lands a punch, we overemphasize it. We make a big deal about it, but it's like,
Right.
you know, everybody gets hit. It's a boxing match. You know what I mean? So Zab, we can watch it. We could definitely watch it, but Zab didn't do that well. You know, he did well in retrospect because there's a knockdown that people feel like Floyd should have been, you know, counted a knockdown. You know, and there's a lot of controversy with Roger getting in the ring and everything that happened.
His father getting.
Yo, that was wild.
Yo, let's get to these callers, man.
Yeah.
We got a lot out here. Let me go ahead and get to the sponsors real quick. You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget, obviously, we're talking Teddy Atlas believes that Ryan Garcia could be the next Canelo. We want your opinion on that. Obviously, we had two fantastic guests. We had Adrian Granados, not up and coming contender, hard nosed contender, and then we had up and coming prospect Joseph Adorno signed the top rank. And it looks like someone called me. Who's this? All right, so we're gonna go out to the sponsors and then to the callers.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
All right. Let's see what we got. We're going out to...
I'm doing the list right now, Ness.
All right. We're going out to... JT in New Orleans. What up?
So interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, with that comment. No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. You know, we're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What you gonna do about it?
I'll kill this mother. Why do you have to talk like that?
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
What up, JT? You ain't talking into the mic, champ. All right, so let me get to someone else because you don't sound good at all. Stonebone Boxing, Colorado, talk to me.
What up?
What's going on, brother?
Oh, can you hear me?
Perfectly.
All right. Yeah, man. Good interview, man. And his little brother is bigger. They was at I can't remember which top rank event it was, but his brother is taller and bigger. He might fight at a smaller weight, but he is the bigger little brother, if you say that. And them draws, man. Wilder had a draw with Fury, and everybody still expected him to knock him out. So these draws be pushes, man. It'd be more of a learning and a lesson than you took a loss. A lot of guys is getting draws, gift draws, you know what I mean, where they lost for real, and they get a draw. So he just got to bounce back from that, stay focused. We see what he do. I like the Danny Garcia mention. I mean, you always need somebody like how Bud and Shakur got. You need somebody that's doing it on that elite level that give you a vision.
I agree, man. Especially being from that Philly, PA area. Danny is on the later half of his career. It would be good to see him, mentor some of these people. I know he's busy. He moved to Miami and all that, so he's probably only back in Philly whenever he's, training or visiting. But, that would be a good, at least walk him out. You know what I mean? Walk him out. He's Puerto Rican from Philly. Walk him out. Give your blessing, in the eyes of the public on camera. That's what it should be like that all the time, man. Like, what Shakur has is beautiful. He got, how many people bringing him out? Just like Clarissa, that support is good because it's an endorsement. You know what I mean? You're helping spread the word. That's why I always like what PBC does whenever one of the big fights is happening, you see all the other big fighters tweet about it. Even if it was told to them by someone and a publicist, something, it doesn't matter because we know that because we're hardcores, but the fans that follow those fighters, they don't know that. So, they get put onto those fights and there's more exposure, man. But I'm giving my boomerang some time because, I know you guys are hard workers and stuff like that. So,
Yo, shout out them truck drivers listening. Man, I watched this thing on the news last night, and obviously we know how much they're doing, but yo, these people are working overtime, you know, and they're
no, I bet you that
the
money right now,
of
because I'm
our
telling
country.
you, I bet you that money right now, because I'm telling you, when I used to work, bruh, that's why I loved overtime, and I started so early. My 8 hours was at 2. Because I started so early.
Some of these people are driving coast to coast.
No, I hear you. That's different.
Crazy,
That's different. They per mile. You know what I'm saying? I know that works out. I know that works out well for some of them.
But you didn't like that?
I ain't like that. I couldn't get over that 59 cent. Like, what the how you paying me a cent in cents in this day and age? I can't. But it does add up. You know what I mean? It does add up.
Well, shout out to Trey in the Bay. Shout out to,
J-Mac.
The name just blanked. J-Mac, yeah.
J-Mac,
shout out to everybody,
JT
all the truck drivers.
JT,
Yo,
NO.
Y'all are heroes
Joseph,
right now.
Joseph, Victor. Yeah. Who else? I can't remember more.
Y'all are all heroes, man, for real. Like I can't tell y'all how much we've been
that's the reason we got food. Because truck drivers are still working.
I'm telling you, like, I swear to God, I wish I would have recorded this story because honestly, I would have just wanted to send it out to everybody because, everybody's talking about the doctors and the nurses, and that's, of course, they're right. And of course, they're fighting this thing. But, them truck drivers are unsung heroes right now, for real. For real. They need a statue or something, like fucking Rocky.
I always, when I first started, so I shouldn't say always, when I first was like fresh out of school, that's when I think the ice trucking was dope on TV. I always had that little dream, like, man, I should go over country, out of the country.
What?
Because in my school, that's all they was promoting. Like, look, the two biggest ways to make money was hazmat, get every endorsement so that you can haul every single liquid there is, because that's where the bigger money is, or go out the country. If you go to like Afghan or any Middle East, you know, and it's tax free. It's a lot of little perks, but it's obviously crazy danger. You know what I'm saying? But they were selling it, bro. They would tell you what you would make a year. Like it was like contracts.
Up, bro, because inner city and they present you with them two options.
Exactly.
Even though they're true, that's fucked up, bro.
Exactly. You're gonna want to take it. You're gonna want to take it. Some people,
I hate hearing that shit.
My ex-wife told me yesterday that nurses in the ER and bedside are now making $4,000 a week.
That's cake.
And because it's considered hazmat pay.
Well, they deserve every fucking.
I'm just saying.
Definitely because
I didn't think you were saying. Yeah,
definitely because remember that nurse I told you about yesterday. She quit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She quit. That's probably she probably the chain reaction. Like, damn, we gonna have to offer these people more money. Or we gonna have what we having.
Guess what, bitch? Coronavirus. I'm telling you, shit is real. Shit is getting real. Woo!
It is so real that people are in their homes. They're now promoting masks like by the millions. Every day you turn on the news, there's million gloves distributed. Million M95s distributed. GM giving away. Home Depot giving away. It's a lot going on, man. It's scary. You see how it's fucking up every sport. And you see how I'm home.
Bro, look. N95. I found this in my garage. A pack of, I think it was 25 of them, and there were 3 left. I saw that box. I was going to donate it. And then I was like, yo, these are the masks everybody keeps talking about. You know what I'm saying? But this is my one mask for when the apocalypse hits, and I got to go to the store or something. But they keep saying they're gonna start recommending masks, and that's what pisses me off. It's like at the beginning I was like, we need masks. I was telling my wife, right? I was like, we need masks, we need to stock them on, and she's like, no, we can't do that, we have to leave these for other people, bro. And now they're about to tell everybody to start wearing masks, and they said at first, scarves and bandanas don't work, and now they're telling us to wear scarves and bandanas. Man, this
Yo, listen.
I just started the scarf.
So listen, check this little new subject we're gonna interject before we get to more callers and shit. I did some research, right? So the coronavirus, right? That the sound bite is funny to me because I mean it's funny because of the way it sounds. Obviously, you know she's crazy. And this is what I call about evolution. This is what I'm talking about evolution. You know what I mean? I remember a time I couldn't stand her because I thought she was dumbing down, you know, Dominicans, you know what I mean? Because early Cardi, it was like, yo, why you saying you Dominican? Get out of here.
Yeah,
but
bro.
now it's like, yo, Cardi, because she bad as hell right now. I mean, she was always bad, but obviously, you know, they fixed her. But I say all that.
You said they fixed
it. They did.
No, PR, and get
everything
more,
though. Everything.
Created.
No, everything.
Yeah. Talking about teeth, tits, bass.
I'm talking everything. Everything. They fixed her. But look,
what was the research?
that's not the subject. The subject is that coronavirus video has 28 million views on Instagram, on her Instagram. That doesn't have to do with any other views in terms of reposting from other people who've seen this very popular celebrity.
Right.
So that's great for coronavirus because it was some awareness, you know. But I'm saying, yo, we need to use that to our advantage for boxing. How much does it cost, right? So I don't know how much Cardi B is charging, right? But I don't know this other girl's name, but I'm sure every male that listens to this show and has a active Instagram has seen the IG girl with the little snake tongue. Like,
oh yeah,
she's also Dominican and looks just like Cardi because she got the tattoo on the wrong side of the leg, but her tongue is like 6 inches long.
The one with the slit?
No, hell no.
Nah. I know you're talking about.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I used to follow her.
She's like, her name is like KH. I don't know. I don't really know it. I can't. But the point is this.
And she got a long tongue?
Crazy tongue.
Long tongue.
Crazy tongue. But the body is bananas too. I mean, she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. Like, people will marry her. And the point I'm making is, I could get information on her Instagram. So she's got about 2 million followers. Nothing near what Cardi B has. And there's articles on this particular Instagram model that, you know, the authors have done their research and they say that she makes over $100,000 a year off her Instagram. And per picture, she's in the $900 to $1,200 range. Again, going back to boxing, Cardi B's coronavirus got 28 million views on Instagram. Now, look, that's nothing when you're talking Latin artists. Like, the dudes I listen to on YouTube, they got 60, 70 million for one song, you know. But I'm just saying, we don't see those numbers on boxing. If somehow we can, get Cardi to host the fight, you know, instead of it being Kate Abdo, let it be Cardi B. Or let Cardi stream the fight. Someone gonna get better awareness than what they getting out here. I'm just saying. Now look, coronavirus got 28 million because she's saying that. I don't know what other videos where she's dressed more provocatively with less clothes that probably got more. That video caught my attention because obviously it fits the time with the coronavirus. But then I seen those numbers and I'm like, whoa, I was taken back. Because remember, Floyd got 28 million followers. He don't got 28 million views on a post. Like 28 million views is a lot of awareness.
How does that help boxing?
Again, the snake tongue girl, it's not a snake. It just looked like the way she
long
the way she protruded out her mouth. It just looked that way, but it's not unappealing, very appealing. But she getting 1,200. I'm just saying, how could boxing tap into those very big Instagram markets that's out there? They got featured
up as like ring card girl.
Nah, you never gonna get Cardi B to be a ring card. You wildin' right now.
Not Cardi B, of course, because Cardi B's gonna have to take a lot of writing and reading and all that kind of shit. I saw a Cardi B commercial for the Census 2020. I don't know if you've seen it, but you know, she obviously got heavy influence. I was actually on, not that one, the 2020 commercials, and they were talking about how we got to go into the black and brown communities. And that's what the commercial I was on was about. And then seeing Cardi B on there, obviously she pitching towards the black and brown community to fill out the census 2020. So she had to read, they had to put it all together, and it's something that has to happen. In boxing, there's a lot more you have to memorize. You have to know the fighter. You have to talk about the fighter's history.
That's cool. That's cool, so, but we don't need her to listen. We don't need her to become. We don't need her to become, Christina Pancha. We don't need her to be that knowledgeable.
So what do you have to do though?
We need
her. How do you envision it?
I need her to promote boxing. Show up to the fight. The way Rihanna showed up to Ward's first fight in New York City, Rihanna showed up. Jay-Z showed up. I don't think Beyonce was there. I showed up. Fab did a performance for me. You know what I'm saying?
When he did that first show in Oakland too, all the Oakland
Steph Curry showed up. So that's all I'm saying. But the difference in that is they just showed up. Rihanna just showed up. We need Rihanna to be like, I'm showing up. Who's showing up? I'm going to be in Madison Square to watch Ward fight. We need Cardi to be like, who's showing up? I believe Broner going, on God in him, he about to beat Pacquiao. That's what we need. How much does it cost to get her to say that? We the hardcores know she lying. But again, we the hardcores want
our need her.
No, we don't need her. Yeah, we the hardcores don't need her, but we the hardcores want our sport to grow. So we trying to use these avenues is all I'm saying. I know people gonna call in with they pessimist. Yo, man, get out of here. Now need no fucking Cardi B. Get your ass out. You always on some clown shit. Bruh, I'm trying to grow the sport, not kill it. That's all. I'm trying to get a Joseph Adorno. Imagine what would it be? He got like 17,000. What would it be for Cardi B to be like, oh, look at my little sexy Puerto Rican. Good luck on your fight. Come on, man. Come on. Don't act like y'all. I mean, I know because I live off numbers, man. I live off analytics, man. I'm telling you, clicks, impressions. That's what's moving the world now. That's what's moving the world. How many people cut the cable? They cut it, man. Everything is about clicking. Just saying. Just giving you more to talk about. So it ain't always the same shit every day.
Yo, I seen this girl with the long tongue. Jesus
You
Christ.
found her?
Yes.
Bro, she's Dominican.
Dude.
I can't. Beautiful.
Oh,
Crazy.
yeah. She
Damn, she came up because I found her when she was like 100,000.
Bruh, and now she had $2 million getting $900 to $1,200 a post.
She look young, though.
Bruh, how you... Damn, I'm in the wrong business. 9 to 1,200.
You gotta get in the tongue business,
bro.
I wonder.
But it's more than her tongue. It's more than her tongue because
I think it's I know.
She really got that bad. I mean, she really Dominican, bro. She got that Cardi B body.
I see in this article it says it's a real tongue.
It is real. It is real. It is real. That is.
Now, I wonder if it's like a. Because I remember reading a long time ago that remember Kiss.
You obviously looked up. Give out the name because I know all my hornbag listeners like when they gonna say the name, B?
Nah, they part of the 2 mil.
They part of the 2 mil. See, I'm not though.
I've been follow her.
I don't even follow. She just always pops up.
She makes supposedly 80,000 a year just based off of tongue related post.
I found an article that says 100,000 a year.
No,
maybe this is old. Yeah, I'm talking about
tongue related. You said
tongue related appearances. Like that's what it says in this article. Her name is Michaela Saravia.
Gorgeous. Now let me tell you something. Think about how much it costs for regular advertisement. We giving it to the wrong person, right? We paying for television advertisement. We not looking at TV no more. People watching fights on their phones now. You want them on their phone anyway because you ESPN Plus, you DAZN, even Fox.
Smart device.
Even Fox has a device.
You are a little bit behind the times because what you're talking about is already in existence. That's why she's making that 100,000. She's just not up there. Like Kim Kardashian crashed the television commercial makeup industry for the workers because they were giving her the $5 million to post a piece of makeup on her lips.
Yeah.
But how am I? Point, I don't understand. How am I late? What do you mean?
Because you're saying we bringing TV. We don't even watch TV. He just said she's getting $80,000 a year for tongue related
Instagram
appearances.
No, appearances.
No, just
so
appearances.
100,000. You
Oh, damn, that's another. So she already had 2 then, because the one I found is 100,000 for tongue related posts.
Got it.
So he found
appearances.
He found
Yeah,
appearances. Damn, she banking half a milli already.
She probably making like half a mil.
At least a quarter. At least a quarter.
I'm in half Nova, the Fashion Nova already, and all those other brands hitting up.
But that's all I'm saying. Listen, PBC has already made the connection with Fashion Nova. In this coronavirus Cardi B thing, she even says, if y'all worried about your Fashion Nova packages and why it ain't. So listen, that's already the world she's in. All they got to do is put her with Keith Thurman. That's it. Put her.
Or even just like wear it's like a fashion thing, right? Wear a Danny Garcia shirt. Wear a Keith Thurman shirt.
And then people
enough. Start being like, yo, what's that shirt?
That ain't enough. That ain't enough. That ain't enough.
That's what I do when I see like a shirt that I like with a band or something. I'm like, man, who is that? Let me check them out.
That's
definitely that, but they want the verbal. They want the lead. They want
because it's called. It's called. Listen, it's called the call to action, right? The people that follow her, there's a huge percentage of those people that truly believe everything she says, and she can say, yo, go get this, and they gonna go get it. That's just how it works. So they need a call to action from her. But whatever, we gave people enough information. Let's see how they feel about it. Let's go. We went. I know my man J Mac is ready on his boomerang, so we going out to him.
You know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style at all. I'm a gorilla. I'm a dog. I'm a dog. I'm a gorilla.
The smartest thing you can do is to stay away from Derek.
It can't be the boogeyman if I'm chasing him. You want to bet? You can bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. Easy. Let's bet $1 million.
Yo, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, did I miss? Did y'all interview Benavidez yesterday?
Yep.
Oh fuck.
Both of them.
Put my questions in.
Father and son, but I think your question was David, right? About Jose.
Hey, either way, nah, shit. You know my question. I wanted his opinion about Bud and Spence, but either way, like great interviews. I don't know much about the guy y'all had on, but it was a real touching story. I like how his mama could be his foundation. I like the story he also told us about with his dad and how he came up so boxing found him. So I wish him nothing but success in the sport. Great interview. I think I heard both of them this morning. Y'all and rambled about a lot. I don't remember anything. I don't really have too many points. But shit. I'll see y'all. This is my first. Maybe something may come up. Somebody may trigger something.
All right.
Hey, stay safe, J Mac, and thank you for man everything you're doing right now as a truck driver.
Let's go to Trey in the Bay Boomerang.
Oh yeah, what's up? What's up, y'all?
What up? Good morning.
Man. I had a few points, but you niggas kept talking for so long. I forgot. Y'all made too many different topics. Hey, I was saying, I think we got confused. I said give JT my boomerang when I'm not on. Yeah, I think maybe that's what we got confused about the other day. Oh shit, Ryan Garcia, man. Oh shit, I had a point. Oh yeah, he could be the next Mexican superstar. I kind of see it coming, growing as long as he keeps winning, man. Shit, that's it. That's my first call. Maybe I'll remember some other stuff.
All right. Israel, what up? Oklahoma.
Hey, what up, Naz? Good morning. Good morning, Enrique. Good morning, Mario. Yeah, just on the Teddy Atlas thing. Good morning. Hey, Teddy Atlas has a lot of shit, man. He said Deontay was going to beat Fury. Then he came back right after and said, well, I did say that, but ... gives him 30 excuses.
Yeah.
I got a quick question for Mario, and this goes back to yesterday because I missed my call. Who do you got in AJ? If AJ Wilder, I mean, this is a big hypothetical, I know. AJ Wilder fought in into this year. Who do you got? That's my call.
If I were to have answered this question before both of them lost, I would have picked AJ. Right now, as it stands, assuming Wilder isn't, damaged goods, and I don't think he is. I'm just saying we have to see that. I'll pick Wilder right this second, like right now. But honestly, to me, it's like as close to a 50-50 fight. Like I would say 55-45 in Wilder's side. So Just based off of like what I saw in the AJ fight that I didn't like from Ruiz, and the things that he did against Ruiz in the second fight, he could never get away with against Wilder for that long. I mean, maybe a couple rounds he could box him out like that, but nah, he got to have different levels. He's got to adjust the levels. AJ does.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Love that
Oh, Nessa saying he's picking AJ. Damn.
Love that soundbite. Who's up? Who's up? Who's up? I ain't picking AJ, man. You know who I'm riding with, B.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Poloki, you are next, my friend. Por eso lo vuelvo a repetir. La era del Canelo es la mejor porque peleó con los mejores. La suerte es para los mediocres, my friend.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yo, what up, TBV? Good morning, Ness, Mike, Casual. How y'all doing, fellas?
What up?
Chilling.
Yo, man. Look, Ryan Garcia, I tell you one thing. He could potentially be a crossover star, and I think that's what he's aiming towards. But as far as boxing goes, I have a hard. He hasn't quite sold me. He's starting to change my opinion, especially with the last performance he had. We'll see how it goes against Linares. But honestly, every time I've seen Ryan up until this last fight, the fighter he reminded me of, it just kept resembling Victor Ortiz to me. He that's the vibe I get off of him. But he, like I said, he started to change my mind. But you know, we'll see. He just doesn't talk about boxing for very long. He's talking about retiring at like 25 or some shit. So, but I definitely think he has the potential to be a crossover star. Now, whether he builds that from boxing or builds that from other things remains to be seen. But like I said, he's always given me a Victor Ortiz kind of vibe.
Yo, use your second call to explain what the hell is a crossover star. Like, what
Listen, I'll tell you what a crossover star is. This is actually, I was going to tell Joseph after his call was over. I wanted to let him burn. Yuri Foreman is a very good example of, I think, what he's talking about. Yuri Foreman was a guy who was a decent boxer, but he had so much more appeal outside in the mainstream. You know, this guy was getting magazine covers, and I mean, he was in TV shows and movies, I think. I don't know. I know for sure TV shows.
The Jewish,
yes, the Jewish fighter. Yeah.
Movies?
And so he was bigger. Listen to me. Listen what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, at the time, there were more people that knew him outside of boxing than there were that knew him as a boxer.
Okay.
And I think that the same thing could go with Ryan Garcia, but the fact that he's Mexican, the fact that he has, you know, the looks, the speak, my bad. Just the overall way he articulates everything could be a bigger superstar because he's Mexican coming out of boxing. He could end up being a crossover star, a bigger star outside of boxing, as opposed to what his abilities will limit him to becoming like a major star pound type of thing. That's what I keep saying.
Crossover star means a star out of boxing.
Yeah.
That's crossover. But I meant, when I said it this morning, I meant what made him bigger, what crossed over the people into boxing to watch him fight. What tune him into boxing? You know, he has an article in GQ magazine, right? There's an article written on him.
He's a model.
Y'all hardcore boxing fans and y'all follow. So now there's the guy or the girl that doesn't, and then it's like, ooh, this dude, ooh, they comparing him to Oscar De La Hoya. Ooh, I remember him. Ooh, they naming it. Ooh, when's he fighting? That is what I meant when I said crossover. What is his crossover fight? Not his crossover into television. So dead air and 3 points. Curry with the hit.
I mean, listen, the dude always has been boxing. You got to understand, he's a high level amateur. Right. He just happened to have good looks. Someone put him in the right, modeling gig, and he got some good jobs. He did some Abercrombie stuff, like you said. He got some GQ stuff. But his boxing is the only thing that he does. Like his looks got him the modeling gig, which obviously helps his boxing. Mm-hmm. But I believe the connection. See, maybe I wouldn't believe Atlas if Canelo wasn't part of this equation. If Ryan was just trying to be as big or the next Canelo, without Canelo, it would be harder for him. It would have to be solely on merit, on who he beat and how he beat them. But being there with Canelo and the constant daily push on social media.
Well, we've seen what Floyd did for Tank. We've seen what Floyd did for Broner.
Nothing like
Floyd
this.
Did for Hold on,
nothing
no, it's not
like
the same
this.
thing. I'm not saying. Listen to me. It's not the same thing in terms of gravity because they don't train together as active fighters. You know all that stuff. But all I'm saying is that
so
when
it doesn't get the same awareness.
Gives you that. You're absolutely right. But when a major superstar gives you that blessing, it does something for your career.
It does.
But that's just the tip for Ryan Garcia and Canelo. Canelo is fully endorsed this man.
But I think that's why I think that Ryan is capable of being bigger because he does get that daily push. Again, social media is so prevalent that every day they walk into the gym and they say, yo, we in here, we working, this what it take. Then the sparring partner's like, yo, we here. But you see, there's always a mirror into their life and they're always working together. So those casual fans that follow Canelo see that daily. And
You think,
go ahead.
You think in order for him to be the next De La Hoya, Canelo's got to learn Spanish?
I think he knows Spanish, bro.
He knows Spanish.
I'm saying to speak more. I know he knows Spanish, but to be comfortable enough to like do interviews and just fully talking.
I think he probably can do interviews. Listen, Teofimo could speak great Spanish.
I'll tell you what though, that one interview when he started and then he stopped, I recognize that. I've done that before in interviews with fighters where I started it in Spanish and I'm like, yo, get a translator.
Andy ain't out here kicking it in all Spanish and he got the love. You know, this guy is a kid. He's got that kid face even though he's a man. He's gonna get that love because of that boyish good looks.
You gotta understand, but what you gotta understand though is that in the last, I would say 15 years, there's been a big backlash from the older Hispanic community that, you know, I hear it all the time.
Yeah, but it don't matter.
From people, it's
it
like,
don't matter.
Oh, and you're probably right. You're probably
you know why? Because there's 36.6 million Mexican Americans. So we're not even counting the purebreds. That's not counting purebreds. You know what I mean? So. Yeah. But all right, so we went to Trey, Israel, J-Mac, JT, Sid in Orlando, Florida, but I probably in Atlanta, all over the world. What's going on, champ?
Yeah, not much. About to head home today.
Be safe.
Yes, sir. Good shit on the video. But I think that Ryan Garcia could, become that big superstar just because of this social media age. You know, and I feel like, Oscar De La Hoya, he was a star before any certain fight, just based off the Olympics, how he promised his dad he was going to do it, and he did it, So I feel like with this new day and age, it's the social media that get him the same shot as the Olympian. But I think that Ryan Garcia could do it under that Canelo umbrella. But, that's all I got, man.
All right, let me just Google. Yo, Google, not Google, but in YouTube search, I don't know, who's the biggest in the division? I bet you Haney got the best YouTube numbers, I guarantee that. But who you think is the biggest in the 135?
I would say.
In terms of YouTube clicks?
Nah, man. Who the biggest
in
fighter?
General.
Fighter, yeah.
As in following?
Bruh. Who's the biggest fighter? Like the most popular? Who's the name? Who's the guy? Who's the man?
Tank.
You sure it's not Vasil? You going with Tank?
Yeah, I'm going with Tank outside of the world of boxing. Yeah.
Okay.
Why do we say outside of the world of boxing?
Well, because that includes casual fans. If I say like Lomachenko is clearly the more popular fighter because people think he's pound for pound, because people, you know what I'm saying? Like he's been around a little longer. But if we include the entire fandom, people that like boxing but aren't hardcores like we are, then I think it's Tank. I think he resonates with people a little bit more. And obviously the social media following is definitely what separates him from a lot of people.
I don't know. Nah, he got a lot of haters.
He does really impressive numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so hot.
You mean Tank or Lomachenko?
Ryan. He's so hot that Jesus, there's nothing older on the first YouTube search. There's nothing older than 4 months. Technically, there's one video that is 12 months ago, but it's so many views that it's forced to be on the search for the first search page. But Jesus, what I want to know what Tank has. I'm gonna have to Google Tank. 17 hours ago, 193,000. 3 days ago, 965,000. 1 month ago, which is only 30 days, 6.1 million. The one that's 12 months old is 6 million. 4 months old, 2.8 million. And these are, 7 minutes of Ryan Garcia's greatest moments. That just came out. This one is a full fight, almost at 1 million. Another just the knockout of Fonseca at 6.1. That's insane, bro. Those are huge numbers. Very, very big. And everything like that is good numbers. But again, I'm going to take a call. I want to see what Tank is doing out there in the world of boxing. King Born, what up? Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Listen, this is all for the truck drivers, JT, J-Mac, NO, and everything next. I might be going back out on the road. Everybody know about Washington, Interstate 90, scary on I-80 in Wyoming. In Wyoming, over this winter, they had 55 road closures. I-80. Everybody know that been on the road. Everybody know that Walmart is the worst shit to go to because after you drop your trailer, you got to wait 9 hours to get loaded. Right now, I'm doing local Jersey, PA, Maryland, Connecticut, and everything. And, being in New York, in the New York area, a lot of people got the corona. I can't even go home to see my mother, see my girl, because I'm scared to give it to them. So everybody know out here on the East Coast, you picking up in Maryland, you taking 30,000 pounds of Clorox wipes to Massachusetts, to BJ Wholesaler and everything. Just want to let y'all know, truck drivers out here, we out here working, y'all. Really working.
So hold up. You just mentioned Clorox wipes. You got Clorox wipes coming to North Jersey?
Nah, I had to pick up in Maryland, we had to take it to Connecticut because all the trucks right now they picking up in Maryland and New Jersey, and they taking them up to Massachusetts. You know what I mean?
Going north.
Like BJ's Wholesale, Giant BJ's Wholesale, Family Dollar. So we out here and stuff. But I just want to let you know, Ness, you had the union job. We know what it is to get the job, and you get 50 cents a mile, but you in Kentucky, and now you got to be in Utah in 2 days. Or you got to be in California driving on I-5 North. So, listen, but we all go through it. You know what I mean? You don't know what it is to be in Washington State going down a 10,000-foot high mountain. Every truck driver on Boxing Voice know about Montana I-90. When you driving on the side, there's no protection. There's no protection, casual. So you can't drive in the nighttime. You got to shut down in the daytime. So, I'm just shouting out all my truck drivers out here and stuff. Next, get somebody to hook up with Cardi B. Get somebody to get these influencers, because these influencers is where everybody is want to be around. They don't want the rappers. They want the influencers. They want the people that got $28 million, 28 views and stuff like that. You know what I mean, y'all? That's what they want.
Definitely, man. King Born, man. Stay safe on that road, and thank you, obviously, for what you're doing out there, man. That's why we definitely brought it up, man, because we know what it is, man.
Man, I didn't even think of the weather at this time, too. Like, I'm in Texas, so I think it's, 79 today? 81.
Spring weather,
though.
Damn,
yeah, but
nice.
he's driving to places that have road closures and they're slick and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so the weather's been crazy. And so, man, that
is it slick anywhere across the country? Maybe up north, maybe.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like he's going everywhere. So yeah, man. Fucking stay safe,
Damn,
bro.
he says
I'll pray
stay
for
away.
everybody.
He says stay away from Walmart because they wait in 9 hours to get
Yo,
offloaded.
that's crazy. And,
But
and
that's
you can't
but look,
split, right?
But you gotta
you can't leave your truck.
No, because you gotta get your
gotta
trailer
stay
emptied.
there.
You gotta get your trailer emptied. Unless they got a contract with Walmart, you just dropping hook.
And then you can go like eat or something.
Yeah, but I doubt. No, you could definitely do that. You could definitely
okay.
go eat.
I
But
thought you gotta like stay there for like 9 hours and watch them
no,
load your truck.
No, you probably got to be in a line. I remember I used to have to go to Home Depot, and it wasn't no disaster or crisis going on, but Home Depot in certain locations had the ridiculous line, bruh. We was in line, but I never cared. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a union job, Kimball, but I did have a great local job, so I never cared because it was about an hour. And like I said, my 8 was done at 2. And that's when I was just getting started. What the fuck I'm going back home at 2 for? Man, they always had overtime for me, so I always stood get that time and a half money. But anyway, Bomb Boxing, I think, is another truck driver. Oh, no. He said he's agriculture. What up,
Agriculture,
Bon?
yeah.
Good morning. Bon? Okay.
Yo, what up, fella?
Oh, there you go. What up, brother?
Not much, man. Just taking my break, listening to the boxing voice before I get in these houses. But what was the main topic today?
Teddy Atlas believes that Ryan Garcia could be the next Canelo,
and he said he could surpass him in the article.
And you know, that's it. I'll leave the rest.
Well, he's gonna have to. I think he's gonna have to grow into his body to do what Canelo did. He's got a lot of shit going for him. I've heard you guys talk about his crossover star potential. He's definitely got the crossover star potential. But it's going to be what he does in the ring. You know what I mean? The kid's got talent. He's got speed. He's got charisma. He's got everything that you look for in a star. So if he focuses on boxing and keeps that training, you know, because that's all Canelo does is train and fight. You know what I mean? So if he can do that, then yeah, I can see him getting on that level. I don't know if he's gonna.
Bro, and that's what I'm saying, man. He's with the right person. When you learn that early, and it's like I said, I picked that up. He did a little web series, and I seen it in his web series where he said that, man, that it's like he thought he was training. And then he realized, bro, I was just some kid in my garage with a Cobra bag. Like, now I'm training with Canelo, and I see what an elite level camp is, and this is how I got to train. This is how I got to train. And he's competitive. So, you know, look, he even sparred Canelo. Obviously, Canelo ain't let go on him, but that's still amazing work. You know what I mean? Like, it's still amazing work to spar with anyone that's a higher skill than you, even if they don't, you know, go full throttle, because that happens all the time in gyms.
Yeah, shout out to Bomb Boxing, too, on the front lines as well. Yeah, man, stay safe out there. I definitely pray for you, and yeah, man, keep up the good fight, bro. You seen Sonny Wood drop back on, right?
Yeah, I'm going to him right now. Sonny, what up?
Yo, what's good, TBV?
How are you, brother? Good morning.
All right. All right, let me see if I can blaze this real fast. First of all, Ryan Garcia, I see him more like an Oscar De La Hoya more than a Canelo future, only because Canelo got so much power. His star level is so powerful inside the ring, but not as much outside the ring as far as with De La Hoya. I see more of De La Hoya inside of Ryan Garcia because De La Hoya got success in and outside the ring. My second point is, got a fun fact for you guys, and I'm sure my East Coasters, Nestor and Casual will understand. Do y'all remember the old Wu-Tang joint with Raekwon, 100 Rounds music video? And they had Floyd and Zab in the video.
Yep, Zab in there.
Out,
yep.
y'all.
All right.
I remember Zab also was on that video. Rock Boys in the Building tonight.
Yo,
right. I was on that video.
And you gotta understand, man. You gotta understand. Listen,
that's what's up.
The connection between hip hop and boxing has always been there because boxing has always been an inner city outlet for. I mean, an outlet for inner city people.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like Rocky, even though it's fake, is real because everybody's coming from a Philly, from a Detroit, from a Ohio, a Cleveland. You know what I mean? Like everyone's coming from an inner city, and
Like,
Good.
Like, I don't want to throw a blanket statement like that, you know, and I know that's not what you meant at all, but I'll be honest with you. The majority of my hardcore friends listen to hip hop, grew up in some sort of, you know, project or like a hood type area where I'm from. And I have friends that like boxing that listen to country or they have a different lifestyle, grew up different, but they're not as into it.
Maybe
you know
you misunderstood me. I don't mean that like what I mean is that we need to make the connection with the hip hop audience and the boxer, because I feel that the boxer is the same audience.
Yeah,
that's his audience.
No, that's what I was agreeing with. I'm agreeing with that.
Especially the inner city boxer. That's his audience. The problem is his audience doesn't watch boxing. His audience is watching hip hop, loving hip hop.
I understand,
and that's why I keep saying we need to bridge that gap. We need to have a show that Broner, Earl, that these people can go on. They're doing good with the, you know, PBC, but that's different. That's like Sports Center. That's not it. They not tapping into their audience, which is, like I said,
right.
the urban audience, you know. And back then it was different. There was no Instagram, right? There was no social media. So that's why a guy like Floyd and Judah, it worked so well for them, because the only kind of social media was like Yo MTV Raps and, you know, what was this shit? Enrique, not the black box, something box.
106 in Park.
No, but that's new, man. That's new, man.
Are you talking about the basement? You're talking about the basement.
Yeah, that's Tigger in the basement. That's one. But the other one, though, like video music box, bro. Where all you had was just all
when I didn't have
hip-hop.
cable, that's all I had.
Dude, when you didn't have YouTube, that didn't exist back then. Like it was,
I didn't have cable
it was
back then,
Tigger.
too.
It was Tigger doing it for you. Yo, listen. So all I'm saying is we need that audience.
What was that cartoon girl's name? Yeah, from BT. Y'all remember the little cartoon? That little cartoon black girl. What was her name? Y'all don't remember her? She was in around that time with Tigger in the basement and stuff. I forgot her name. Somebody tell me that name. But yeah, listen, real quick though, Sonny Wood, thank you so much, bro. I swear to God, y'all had gotten into it, and it was good radio and everything, so I'm not tripping. But y'all had gotten into it, and I was trying to make that same point, and then I forgot. It just left my mind because y'all had made other points. And yes, that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say I could see him more like a De La Hoya than a Canelo. For me, Canelo is boxing first, crossover second. You know, because he made it. He made it. De La Hoya, to me, at some point got away from being thought of as the great boxer and more of like, you know, a crossover star. Just, you know, he had the album out and shit. Yeah, the Golden Boy, exactly. And so, thank you, Sonny. Bro, I was literally, I was so upset that I couldn't think of it. I was trying all show, like, what was I trying to, but anyway, my bad. Callers.
Yo, y'all forgot that Floyd left Top Rank because of what you talking about. He wasn't marketing to the urban market.
Yeah,
that's part of it, but a lot of it was money.
Yeah.
A lot of it was
and not being able to get the fights he wanted, though. Not being able to get the fights he wanted. There's interviews where he says he felt like he was pushing De La Hoya and he wasn't pushing him. He was marketing De La Hoya.
Y'all got to listen to Jay Prince biography.
But yo, it's difficult too. Imagine if you were the guy that had both, and don't just imagine that. Remember that you're imagining this now in retrospect. So you're the guy that was had both Oscar and Floyd. Like I can see that being difficult. I could see it because back then there wasn't 7,000 TVs. There's just HBO, ESPN, or ABC. Like it was very few. So it's like hard to get as many dates as you got now. Obviously event wise as well, right? Like, yo, boxing, it just wasn't like that. Like boxing, we're in a super duper place right now.
There was markets, and in that same interview is what Floyd was saying was like, I felt he was pushing me towards the Mexican market, not my market.
Yeah.
So regardless of network,
and people still, there's still people that
separated. He immediately combined himself with 50 Cent. Who was hot?
Not immediately. You're crazy. That's too soon. I mean, that's too.
He's saying
late.
eventually. He's saying eventually.
Well, for the 24/7, which became the biggest tool for boxing.
Yeah.
right? For pay-per-view. So who
Yeah.
did he collide with for 24/7? 50 Cent.
Yeah,
who
and
at
that's
the
another
time-
rapper. That's another rapper we forgot that Floyd had a large connect. He's still to this day, they still troll each other. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, that urban rap community, they losing. Like, yo, listen, I love Brian Custer, and he's been on this show, and I'm not pointing him out, but like, there's certain dudes that we need to get a rapper to do. Like, why can't Jim Jones be the? And I know he's done, but at least he's from New York. They use the Barclays Center a lot. He from Harlem. Like, why can't we get a rapper to be the dude that Brian Custer's doing? And I know he's talented. I know that, but what I'm saying is, we could give someone cue cards and stand in front of the podium and be like, yo, we got Enrique Church from New Jersey. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need Brian Custer to do that. Like, and Brian can still be on TV. Because at these press conferences, we need a Cardi B to be on the mic like, we got Clarissa Shields, yeah, girl. Where my ladies at? You know what I'm saying? We need that at the press conference. Open to the public. Open to the public with the box office open right now. Hey, where my lady? Better go support Clarissa. She got 2 gold medals. Box office open, pointing at the box. I'm just saying, man, like, they not creative, man. They fucking that's a good
idea. That's a good idea, for real. I didn't even think of it like going into the promotion, like deep into the promotion.
Yo, that's a one-time fee. It's a one-time fee. It's a one-time fee that you promote for 90 days. It's like, yo, Pacquiao, Mayweather, they don't need it. They don't need it. But I don't know. Ryan Gervonta, cool, one-time fee, and you start promoting. As soon as you announce Ryan Gervonta, right, you simultaneously announce that, again, we're going to keep using Cardi B till someone find out something, that she's going to be at the final press conference and weigh-in.
Yo, well, what about
and you
Nick
give
Cannon?
that location. You give that location.
That's a good one. Yeah.
No. What I'm saying is they tried it with Nick Cannon as well. He was a ring
Bruh,
announcer.
stop playing with me, man. Yo, Cash. I know you a Cash, but Nick Cannon, you comparing Nick Cannon to Cardi B. And I know Nick doing better now.
I'm comparing the market.
No, but he ain't hip-hop. He ain't hip-hop. He Nickelodeon. He not. I know. Listen, I know he could rap. But he ain't hip hop, and he don't sell albums. Like, he ain't Eminem. He not Jada.
He's got the 4 dopest battle rappers in history of battle rappers under his thumb.
Look,
you crazy. You crazy. No way, bro.
Yo,
he ain't more hip hop.
That's just saying that nobody else could do it better than Cardi B. I'm saying
no. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
So I just said
I'm just saying Nick Cannon ain't trying it, bro. He ain't an influencer.
No. He's just saying that they did try to go down that road
with the wrong person. With the wrong person.
But that's not. But he's not saying it was the right person.
Nick Cannon don't relate with the hood like Cardi B
But Nick Cannon has that. He has the ability to be a host. You gotta understand. You gotta understand that Enrique, he's looking at it like, or at least I think he's looking at it like.
Listen,
this man has both abilities.
No, Here goes evolution again, brother.
Being creative. I'm responding off of you saying they not being creative.
Maybe now, Enrique.
They tried it.
Okay, listen. Maybe now, if they brought Nick back. He did do Dances with the Stars. He did do American Idol or one of those, The Voice, something
America's
like that.
Got Talent. Got Talent.
He's got a long running series with Wildin' Out, and he divorced Mariah Carey, so there's always that. He got the feud with Eminem. Maybe now he's bubbling. But I just don't feel that he connects to the urban community the way that Cardi B would, or Offset. Or I know this the wrong name to bring up now, but 6ix9ine. Imagine listen. If they using YouTubers to fight in Miami and all, imagine what 6ix9ine would have done.
Yo, Broner
probably would have shot up the
place. Yo, the fight would have been shot up. You're right. Wrong guy, but a dude like that. You know what I mean?
I forgot who Broner fought. In the Barclays. It might have been Mikey Garcia if they fought in the Barclays. But Broner was beefing on IG with 6ix9ine. And then came out with the song. So there's attempts. There's
yeah, but that ain't the same. That was good because
you don't know behind the scenes conversations.
No, listen. What I'm saying is that ain't the same of my scenario, but that was good because 6ix9ine was posting about Burner 2. Exactly. That was good. And 6ix9ine at the time had like 6 million followers or something like that, maybe 12 million, something like that. He was getting popular, but again, 6 million, 12 million, that's not Cardi B. That's not J-Lo. That's not J-Lo. I mean, callers are gonna kill us, but not truck drivers and not people working and not the people not the people on their jog or the people on their hike. Like,
J-Mac got mad earlier, and homegirl said we made her forget her point.
Yo, write some notes down. There's a lot of conversation. I mean, look, because if we do short videos, they get mad. So it's like we're never gonna be able to please everybody.
Oh, okay, I feel you. I write notes down, but I ain't driving, so.
You know, Jerron Wolf, what up, Louisiana?
Yeah, I mentioned border wars earlier, and I just wanted to shout out all the people that participate in border wars, and just to say that not to let the downtime cause people to gain weight. That you don't need a boxing gym to do push-ups and sit-ups and things. And I'm keeping up with my workouts. And I agree with you, Ness. I think we do need to bridge the gap between hip-hop and boxing. Like, I know they got a guy from down here, they call Chupacabra, not Chupacabra, Rougarou, that fights in New Orleans. It would help if he got somebody like Lil Wayne or somebody to, promote his fight and maybe even be at a press conference or a weigh-in or something. And speaking of border wars, like definitely support the Boxing Voice, because who knows, one day we could promote the border wars like an actual fight and have a weigh-in and do it instead of doing it in the gym, do it in the hall and sell tickets and things and have a big production. That's my call.
Jerome, man, thanks for calling in, as always. Appreciate it. Let me see here who we got. Trey in the Bay. Yo, did I ever go to Steve? Oh my God, Steve, you're gonna kill me.
Yeah, you went to Steve, but not for his
Oh, okay.
You went to him the first time.
Oh, okay, cool. So Trey in the Bay, Boomerang.
Hey, man, I ain't never met a black motherfucker on this planet that call themselves urban, man. Y'all gotta kill that word, bro. And shout out to King Born, man. King Born, I ain't a truck driver, but I have driven through Montana, man. Them goddamn roads is something else, man. Listen, y'all, they got speed limits out there, but you ain't even really got to do them because you in the middle of nowhere with nothing. And I was speeding through that shit at first until I hit a curve that damn near knocked me off the side of a mountain. I couldn't imagine driving through that shit during the winter. And Mario, I doubt you have ever been to the projects in your life.
Yeah, I lived there till I was 10, so
Hey,
Mario,
Mario,
might be a little different.
man, Mario, maybe you Texas Mexicans is a lot different than the California Mexicans, man. Cause you don't. I ain't never been a Mexican like you in my life, bro, ever.
Oh, yeah, we're way different. Yeah, it's a big
My
difference.
God.
That's what's.
Yeah,
Oh, you know what?
I don't know.
Shit, we didn't go to Steve. I was thinking of his call from last night when he shitted on everybody. Let me see. Hold on. I'll tell you because I had texted somebody about it.
I need
no,
a comb
no, we
so I
didn't.
could be here
That was
like
last night.
Netflix.
I'm sorry. We didn't go to Steve. I'm so sorry, Steve. Yo, we did not go to him because I was thinking of his call from last night when he had came on hot.
Yo, y'all remember Dame Dash was promoting and he had Berto?
Yeah, I remember that.
It always been a hood
I was
attraction.
in it.
They always knew the hood,
Yo,
always had.
Bruh, listen, people in boxing, that's what I'm trying to tell you, and we need to bridge the gap with the audiences, but again, stop bringing up these lukewarm stars. Like, Dame ain't never been Jay.
You know why? Because the hot, warm stars calendar can't fit you in.
And that's cool. Yeah, that's why.
Imagine Cardi B, I remember Cardi B was saying that she's getting underpaid to do Coachella. Her status rised, but she already contracted.
I get
she
you.
She already signed a contract. So she can't. There's certain things you can't do as a star.
Cool.
So you got to go with the lukewarm that has the reach.
No. Because listen, this is, this is the day of social media. She could still do a live. They could pay for an hour worth of live. That's
and
it.
how much would that be? Maybe that shit breaks the bank. You don't know.
Yeah,
but it's
that's
gonna
true.
bridge the gap better than fucking Dame Dash.
But what does it matter if they can't afford to put on the show after that?
Look, here's your problem. You said, who's at the time, Dame Dash was Rockefeller.
Dog,
so what
there was never
about?
a time. Listen to me. I am one of the biggest. Listen, I could do a podcast for the rest of my life on Jay-Z. There was never a time Dame Dash was on the level of Jay.
Right. Hold up. Here, I'm going to curry with the 3 real quick. Rock Nation. Who showed up to Cotto's fight? Against Canelo.
I don't know. You tell me. Jay-Z?
Dame Dash wasn't even. Dame Dash was behind the scenes. Like, he was a Puff Daddy at that time, though. What are you talking about? Jay-Z was doing
don't
concerts
put.
rocking.
Do not put Dame Dash in a Puff Daddy.
I'm talking about the
Puff
Daddy
Daddy
era
was
where
a
he
way
was only
bigger. Way
he was
bigger.
doing production.
Dame never got to the level of Puff. Never.
Look, I'm not saying that, but Puff at one point was really just pulling strings and doing production. Yeah, no, Puff, yeah, he ended up getting out of that bubble, but all I'm saying is Dame
Puff
was never in a
listen to me.
situation
Puff
where he was supposed to
never-
be bigger than Jay.
Puff was never in that bubble. Never. He was at least ad-libbing on people's
Suge
tracks.
Knight, Suge
He
Knight,
would
Suge
never.
Knight,
Yes.
Suge Knight,
Yeah.
Suge Knight.
But Suge is different. He wanted to be in that bubble. He wanted to stay in the back. That's different.
That's true.
And that's the point I'm trying to make. Puff was never the dude to stay in the back. He forced his
Nah,
way on
hell
the track.
no.
It ain't matter if he was like, yeah.
If y'all want to be all in the video, you want your executive producer all in the video.
But that's the point I'm trying to make. You could laugh at him, say, "Oh, you're producing the video," but he's a hustler, more of a hustler than Dame.
Yeah.
More of a hustler than Dame, and that's why he had more success than Dame. That's
I
why he's
would
more
rather
popular
had-
than Dame. They both had
rather have Daddy's
clothing
life
lines.
anyway.
One went down the drain. One is successful. Even though I think Sean John is over too now, right? That shit done now, right?
Probably, I don't see
It's
nobody
done, but it's still out there. See ads for that.
Really?
Yo, you know what was hot? You know what was
Who
hot
wears-
in the mid
Who wears
2000s
Sean John
in
these
Texas?
days?
I don't know, man.
Platinum Fubu was so hot in Texas during the 05, during
Yo,
like
where
the
is that
early
dude from?
mid-2000s.
Where's the dude that made Fubu from?
Queen.
I think he's from New York. Oh yeah,
Get
Queen.
he's
out
from
of
Queen.
here. Yo, why he give me like that Midwest flow? Like he looked like CeeLo and shit, like a CeeLo that lost weight.
He do look like
Swear
CeeLo.
to
Damn,
God.
that's hilarious.
Swear to God. So I never knew that,
hold
yo.
on,
and I
hold
never,
on,
that,
hold
yo,
on.
that the clothes
Yo,
never
hold
had
on.
that
Breaking
East Coast
news,
flow.
man. Breaking news.
What?
So what's on the bet line?
What?
Oh no! Somebody, Daniel, just hit me up through
come
my
on.
boxing fan apparel website.
Come on, how is that breaking news?
Trying to plug.
How you spell the website?
Yo, boxingfanapparel.com. That's breaking news for me.
All right, let me go out to a caller, man. Yo, and look, you wouldn't even get half these callers if we didn't talk this much, because some of these people just was not available.
Mr. Info.
Now they got something new to talk about.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Yo, am I clear, Ness? What's up, TBV
Yes, sir.
family?
What up, man?
Hey, what up, my brother? Hey, first off, man, shout out to K Bourne and all the truck drivers out there, man, filling up these markets and all these CVS's, man. Y'all the unsung heroes. Shout out to NO and everybody else, man. Stay safe out there, K Bourne and NO. Yo, I agree with you, Ness, with the Cardi B, man, bridging the gap, man, between the rap and hip-hop. I liked how Tupac was like with Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Every time Mike Tyson would come out, he'd come out with Tupac, man, or to his song. You know what I'm saying? Just like Zab did with Brooklyn, you know, with Jay-Z, man. We got to start doing that shit with the new boxers, you know, and the new hip-hop artists, man. It's a great idea. Yo, everybody have a blessed, no-stress day, man. Stay safe. And Kaz, man, I'm waiting for your push-ups, bruh. Yours too, Ness.
Nah, man.
Get your ass up.
Nah, I'm what Jerron said, man. Like he's like, yo, Border Wars guys, don't wait for Border Wars. You know, we can still do. Nah, man. I'm getting fat, man. I'm even. Yo, Enrique, you gonna be mad? I'm back on the milk. I'm eating cereal right now. Eating cereal like Raisin Bran, dog. I love Raisin Bran.
Yo, I'm fighting my way through like just being bored after hours, trying to like do like, okay, I'm not gonna eat from like 9 o'clock, but I break it a lot, man. And we had Betty Crocker box cake with eggs in it.
Damn. Let me go to JT that says I never went to him. I thought I played your intro and everything. Oh, that's why. Yeah, something wrong with your phone, dog. We did go to you.
Yeah, it's really low.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Now we can hear you. Hello? Oh, yeah, go ahead.
But man, I listened to the call. Good call. I don't got too much to say. I'm talking about the interview and stuff. But besides that, I'm just listening. I don't got too much.
But come on, champ. Is there y'all not remembering? What's up? You don't think Ryan could be the next Canelo?
Oh yeah, no. See, I forgot. Y'all be taking too long. I'll be forgetting them details. Then when we go back on me, like, I remember what I wanted to say. I don't. Well, you already know that Ness. He's not gonna be the next Canelo. I mean, Canelo don't get credit from me. But hopefully he go to Oscar De La Hoya route, because Oscar De La Hoya fought everybody, and I'm thinking that's why they bumping heads, him and Canelo, because Canelo not moving like how Oscar De La Hoya moved. Oscar De La Hoya fought everybody. Canelo not fighting everybody. So that's all I got on it.
All right. Oscar fought B-Hop, man. Canelo fought Kovalev, man. Both of them was well, damn. Oscar's B-Hop was way younger though. How old? He just looked young, too, back in the day. How old was B-Hop when he fought Oscar? I know he had that 60 run, but how old was he for real, bruh?
I'll tell you right now. And he was still pretty old at the time. My guess is going to be like 34.
Huh.
Let me see.
The same age they criticized fucking Canelo for fighting dudes at? Let's see.
Listen. It was back in 2004 when they fought, and he was born in 80... Oh, no, he was born 88. He was born in 65. So 65,
2004,
75, 85, 95, 2005. So
39 years old.
Almost
39 years old. I did the math on the calculator. Stop it. 39, bro. I did the math.
Nah, bro.
You said 2004?
Yeah, it was
minus 1965.
He was born in 1965. 75, 85, 95,
39.
2005. Bro, he was like 40?
39.
No, this can't be right. 39. Shit.
Dog, I did the math on the calculator. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Now, listen.
Still rocking,
now,
though.
listen. Listen,
rocking.
I don't want to hear that shit, okay? We're going to do what they do to me. We're going to grab one word and murder the argument, right? So that one word is, Canelo only fight dudes that's 34, 35. He giving Oscar credit for fighting B-Hop, and he was 39, Listen, that's just the way of the sport, man. That's just the way of the sport. Like you don't never leave an old name on the table. Remember, I'm the same dude that was mad at Earl for not taking Cotto. Cause look, Saddam Ali took Cotto, and it ain't do the same. It would have done way more for Earl, and Earl would have capitalized way more. Cause imagine that same Cotto that breaks his bicep with Earl. He's done. That young version of Earl, That fresh, hungry version of Earl? Come on, man. But let's see. We went twice to Trey. You said we didn't go to Steve, right? We're going to Steve. Talk to me, Steve.
We went to him and he wasn't there.
Steve, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, brother? Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey, I don't know what these guys are talking about with Ryan being a big crossover. They're talking like Ryan can't fight, man. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Ryan like a 3-time Golden Glove national champ?
He's a huge amateur. That's what I try to tell him.
Yeah. And do you think? Hey, check out. Do you think that Reynoso, the Canelo camp, is going to say, "Hey, let's bring this kid in our camp just because he's got a big social media following"? No. The motherfucker's got talent, man. They see talent in the kid, and they're grooming him. I don't understand some of the guys calling, but I told you before, I know Ryan's going to get a lot of hate on this show, but I know a lot of people listen that don't call in. But Ryan he's got talent, man. To say that he's just like a model and he's got a big, okay, yeah, that's great. but he's also talented, man. He's in these fights. It's gonna be 50-50. It ain't gonna be a pushover for anybody. So I don't know what these guys are.
Look. This is all I'm going to say real quick.
The problem with that is that...
First of all, Steve is one of the smartest callers that we have. He's probably one of the most knowledgeable boxing people that I've known through this show, okay? And I agree with him that Ryan is talented, but you can't say that Reynoso is going to pick him because he's so talented. Listen, look what... Okay, you think that Freddie Roach took on Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. because he thought he was going to be the world beater? Because, he took him on because he knew he was going to get paid. You get percentages of those fights.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
I'm just saying that it could have been.
No, listen, a check is always going to be attached to a name, but to say that Freddie took on a young Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. just for a check, come on,
you're right.
man.
I'm throwing him too much out into the thing, but still, you understand where I'm going with that, right?
Listen,
you get what I'm saying.
Chavez,
these trainers take on older guys all the time because they know they're about to get paid. Floyd did it the same thing with De La Hoya. He knew De La Hoya wasn't gonna beat Pacquiao, and he took him on. Wait, was Floyd with him for Pacquiao?
Floyd Sr. was with De La Hoya for a couple fights. But
I don't remember if he was with him for Pacquiao. He might have been, but they do that all the time. So that's all I'm gonna say. But I do agree with Steve's overall point.
Man, let me see something here. Intrigue done sent me like 700 intros. Let me see. I only got 2, so I still gotta find his newest one. I think he got a new one. Am I right about that? Oh, no. Let me see who I could go to in the meantime. Did we go to J-Mac twice? J-Mac, give me the flash. He busy?
No flash?
No flash.
Oh, we got another caller on Blog Talk. Let me look it up who it is.
Who? I don't see nothing there. That's Info Joe.
Yeah. Oh, was that Info Joe? My bad.
Yeah, 3 times. That's Info Joe.
My bad. Ain't no show without Info Joe.
So I think we went.
This show going really long, man. I want to go for a run, man.
We done. We done, champ. Calm down. I was just making sure we went through all the boomerangs, and we did. But
I enjoyed every caller.
Oh, no, we never went to Intrigue because I don't have his new intro. I was trying to get the other intro.
Riding in the form with a form 40 hours on my feet and the paint look wet. Every corner that we been, there's another broke neck. Rolling through the city, swag game on full flex. I know you see.
What up, Intrigue?
What's good? What's good? Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Chilling.
Yeah, man.
We here, we lose.
Yeah, chilling, man. I ain't got nothing to say, man. I'm out here working out. Just good call, good interviews.
That's what's up.
That's all I wanted to say, man.
Yeah, y'all trying to inspire me, but I ain't beat.
He drinking milk.
J Mac, what up?
He needs some milk.
That's right.
Yo, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
I'm at this. Do I hate when I have to come somewhere and be on somebody else's time? Then I think that bitch going slow on purpose. He don't like how I just came here and dropped that shit off on his fucking ass. But I want Mr. Ryan Garcia. The only thing Ryan Garcia having and Canelo having confidence, both got fast hands but slow feet. So you damn right, he might be falling right up that old Canelo paveway with them slow feet and them fast hands. You need to learn how to tuck that chin. And Steve tripping out here talking about Ryan is at the bottom of the totem pole. When you think about Devin Haney, a fucking Tank Davis, a Shakur Steven, I just put Ryan Garcia right there at the bottom. You can find Teofimo ahead of him and stuff like that. So Ryan better just hope that he can use this celeb to boost his career. He'll be taking some L's sometime soon. That's my call.
I see what he's saying because I'm not going to deny that Ryan won't be the favorite in any of those fights right now. But that's because it's right now. All those guys have already taken that next step. Shakur's a champion. Shakur's a champion. Teofimo's a champion. Vasila's a champion. Gervonta has been a champion. Ryan hasn't. But he will be. He will be. But yeah, and that's GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch us on the next one.
Go ahead, Enrique.
I was just going to just piggyback a little bit as my closing thought on Ryan Garcia, Hall of Famer Teddy Atlas gives him the praises as the next Canelo. I believe it. You know, you can make power moves as an Olympian, Golden Boy, then picks up a formula from Bob Arum, Golden Boy, then moves on with the Canelo with that same formula. Eddie Reynoso, legendary trainer in my eyes. What Canelo is now training Ryan Garcia. Canelo in that camp. It's just made for popularity and fame and superstardom appeal in boxing. TBV_casual fan is my YouTube channel. TBV_casual fan is my YouTube channel and Twitter handle. BoxingFanApparel.com. Hit me up on there. Let me know some prices, man. I'll make the adjustment for you.
At Mario Munguia on Twitter, at Mario Munguia on Instagram. Peace. Eddie Reynoso, in case you didn't know so.
Let me while you guys were doing that, Rue jumped on. I'm not sure if he jumped on for the back call or Rue, you want to speak. 504. Rue in the 50. Did he drop off? Oh, yeah. All right then. Peace.
Peace.